Hello and welcome to the Kobold Cafe where we're playing the Frozen Gods again in GURPS 4th edition. I am Luke the GM and we've got Emily.
Hey, I'm Emily. I'm playing Micah Jin, and you'll see what she's able to do.
You will see. We've got Kyle.
Hey, I am Kyle, and I will be playing the continuation of Archie, who is now no longer a man of faith, but a destroyed, disheveled man.
That you are. We've got Tara.
Hey, I'm Tara. I'm
Tara's
the
got
Etho.
hands.
I got hands. 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 That's it.
That's it. We've got Lee.
Hi, I'm Lee. I play Lady Katya, uh, board noble slash cat burglar slash treasure hunter.
Yeah. We've got CD.
Hey, I'm CD. I'll be playing Aldegear Smith. I make things.
Out of metal mostly. Mostly. And we've got Colin.
Hi, I'm Colin. I play Peon, who is we'll call him a light fighter.
A light fighter. Very nice.
Thought you'd appreciate that.
Yeah, I do. Well, as a very brief recap of what happened the last time we played this game, the gods landed in Ettendon on the greatest, scariest peak in the north, Thanato. They reawakened many an ancient Tove artifact, and then they promptly fucked off. A few of the characters here were there to see it. In the year that's passed since, giants are coming down out of the mountains, fleeing something, uh, invading villages. There's been some pretty grisly battles that's mostly hurt humans more than giants, but they have reached a brief peace as of present date, which I've forgotten. It's November something, or October something. It's autumn. It's getting cold. It's always cold up north, but it's getting especially cold right now.
Luke, remember there is an almanac with weather.
Oh, it's got the weather too. I can't use that right now though, because I am fudging the weather. If it's not cold, then I'm not interested.
It is.
It is cold. Cold enough to freeze a river?
How large? They'll stay frozen even if it warms up a little bit.
Yeah, that's good enough for me. We should just kind of jump further into it. So, yeah, a peace deal has been kind of agreed, and word has gotten out that the giants have brought something that they want to show to the humans. Uh, and maybe, I mean, it's hard to translate the giant speak. There's not many people who do it well, especially not people who are like kind of in the middle of fighting them while they're trying to translate it. But it seems like the giants want help. And so an expedition has been put together, one that will head up north and seek to, find out what this thing is that they're so scared of that they want to show us. And it's not a small expedition. In addition to you six, I imagine there's a good 30 other people, including a couple of massive wagons, bunch of horses, bunch of mules probably. Apologies. And you've made your way far beyond human settled land to speak with the giants here, following the River Wine all the way north to pretty much due east, east southeast of Thanato itself. You can see up to where some of you were uh, just a little less than a year ago.
Katya avoids looking that way.
I feel like camp has been set for the night, we'll say. Indeed. I've not got a particular map for this at the moment yet, but it's on the wide, flat banks of the frozen, shallow river. And it's scattered over a fairly large area. I'm sure you've all got private tents in various parts of it.
I even own a tent.
So do I.
Your
It's
tents
for one person.
are likely set up, and we probably should look at how various people got involved. And we should probably start off, or I feel like it'd make most sense to start off with Katya and Etho. So you two are acquainted already.
Mhm.
You've probably
Just
already
a little bit.
been a bit involved in this, given that Etho is one of the more competent giant translators.
Good point.
Or at least she has led people to believe she is.
I speak it good.
I speak it good. Sort that out.
Speak it good.
If nothing else, to have you around to eavesdrop while they're talking behind our backs would be great.
They
Gotcha.
don't speak your language much.
Generally, when word of this got out, the king wanted some people to go and check it out, and he came to you, Katya. This is not King Alfred, although he is involved, and we'll get to him. Saltdock, King Tilfred. Oh no, I've not updated his portrait. Close that before it loads. But yeah, the king of the region wants it dealing with, and he's gone to Katya,
Who enthusiastically volunteers to go check out the cool new giant thing.
and obviously,
Oh, also, I guess it's a mission, but whatever.
So is this before or after Archie
Yeah,
breaks into Katya's window?
this is after, or kind of around the same time. Yeah, maybe the same day that you got the letter from the king summoning you to court, Katya. Archie appeared at your window.
So perhaps after the meeting with the king, Katya would have reached out to Archie and said, "Hey, great timing," type thing.
I kind of like it better if Archie just snuck in your window that night and you were like, "Oh,
Then Archie
there
kind
must
of
be something going on."
tagged along
Yeah.
and snuck up to Saltdock with you. Or maybe even you were waiting on the road north, knowing that they'd eventually come up Archie.
Archie snuck in at the finale of last game.
Well, yeah, I recall that, but this isn't just
Oh, okay.
a short journey. It will have been a couple of months in the planning, or a month and a half at least, and the journey itself, I think will have taken at least 7 days to get from Salt Dock, where it started, to up here.
Yeah, it's entirely probable that Archie was even like, "You know what? I'll meet you guys there because I don't want to go to Salt Dock."
And with Katya
Mhm.
speaking to the king, you would have also been introduced to someone who'd be going along with you. Several other, you remember Eric, who left? There's probably been talk of him several times over the year.
Mhm.
I'm not sure what you'd make up about him.
I mean, Katya is generally favorable towards him.
But his white cloaks remain in the service of the king, and one in particular will be joining you, who is Micah.
Well, more the merrier.
You say so.
There's an advisor to the king, Kale, who you may recall, and I think he'd suggest Micah in particular. The king would be considering it in the courts type situation. I have got a map for that. but I can't drag no tokens on. Just to remind you.
What are they going to be doing?
Right, this makes sense. Sorry, I'm miles away. General slow start vibes. Well, the giants.
Also, we can hand wave over it for the sake of jumping to stuff.
I don't know, it establishes things. We should do it. And Adalga, there's no reason you couldn't be here right now either. Same with Pijan, who's already been sent, probably. Or already knocking around.
Well, just so there's something to look at on stream. Oh!
That'll do
I'm
it.
just a little bit confused because
Yeah.
you were speaking narration,
Mm-hmm.
but it
Yeah.
also kind of seemed like you were speaking as the king.
I am about to speak as the king. So, generally, it's after a session of court, lots of people have been in. The king asks Katya to stay behind, along with several other people. Kale's also here, but none of the king's children are present at court. They're all off at the minute. They've either been fighting giants or just shoring up places that might see giants. Even though it's been, peaceful for 3 months, they're not taking any chances. And after this session of court, the king would say, "So, the real reason we're gathered is we have very good word that the giants have discovered something. We believe it's a creature of sorts, some magical beast. They say it is great in number and multiplying. Or at least that's how Kale has translated these messages for me. I need to know what it's about. For the good of the kingdom, if it may stop the giant attacks, and if it may be harmful to us."
What can we do?
Go and treat with the giants. They've arranged a place that they say we will apparently not be attacked, and they are gathering in the valley very far north of Frostvale. It seems they feel that place is safe for now. There are other groups further west, but they also seem to be settling in for a hibernation, perhaps. Kale coughs. "This will be no small expedition, and you'll be joined by one of the king's personal guard." Micah, step forward.
Adya?
Katya does a small curtsy.
Now, it's fair to say, Lady Katya, you're in possession of quite a convoy yourself, that I believe you rode into the city on just yesterday.
I like to travel with an entourage, yes.
We shall of course see that you're outfitted with supplies for the journey, but we are requisitioning your convoy, and ordering this journey north of it. You may accompany it as you see fit. It may have great use for your translator, Etho. I believe she speaks with the giants. Someone coughs, like just a rando who's stuck around, who's high up enough, and is just like mumbles something to his pal, who sniggers.
There's death glares from every bit of this conversation, by the way.
Probably a random guard that Etho's beat up at some point in the past year.
Oh, it's just anytime she's involved in dealing with royalty other than you, she is nothing but glares.
So just keep your gob shut. That's probably for the best. If you've got nothing nice to say in front of the king. And of course,
But go ahead.
you'll also be joined by this gentleman. He kind of grimaces a bit as he gestures at. How do I pronounce your name, Colin?
Peon.
Pian.
Peon like steps forward from where he was kind of hanging around the edges.
Now, Emily, have you still got the genealogy open? Is Tilfred Alfred's brother?
No, they're very distant.
Very distant, very distant, very distant. So it's like sent by the king of Ettenreacher to observe matters. It's of importance that he goes with you.
Well, if the king's asking, I'd be happy to take my expedition to the north.
Fourth cousins.
She at least makes the effort to lie.
The king nods. He's ancient. He's so old. Very long beard, like way down to his knees as he sits in his chair. You're not sure how he can even get in and out of that chair.
70.
70. He looks 200. And Kale just nods. A couple of people speak up. They're knocking about. A couple of young knightly types. One, a couple of you will know him and recognise him if you've been around court recently. Although, again, this is a flashback. And CD. Oh, token not associated. Ah!
Wah wah.
And CD. You'd be at court right now. You're a very fancy smith. You've also been asked to stick around. Adalga, the smith. Caleb, speak up. You should attend also. There's word in these translations that strange metals have been found, or perhaps these creatures themselves wear armor. And he chuckles. Whatever it is, I would like you there to examine it at first sight. It may be that discussions are needed with the giants over what they've seen.
You'll see he was fiddling with something and then looks up. Huh? Yeah. Got it.
So
And then he'll just go back to fiddling with his thing.
one of the more well-dressed, better armored knights stand up. You recognize him as Carl Ealing, and he says, "I'll join if there's room amongst your convoy. I bring my own supplies, of course, Lady Katya, and my own horse." Bows his head to Katya.
That would be very appreciated. Thank you.
And I, Lady Katya, would step forward another person, not quite as well armoured. This is Willem Coping. Very pale eyes, a little bit younger than Carl. And also in attendance are Aaron Al-Said and Samira Rabat. These names aren't known to Arthur. Archie, I doubt you're even in attendance here.
No, I seriously think Archie was like, I'll meet you guys along the road. I do not want to go to Salt Dock.
That's fair. That's very fair. Samira and Aaron.
Look, I PM'd a
Oh.
king for you if you want. Or
Oh, did you?
in the Frozen Gods.
That's a pretty decent king. That's alright. I will hold on to that. I'm sure I'll need it in the future. But we've spent way longer than we really needed to here also. It's just a
Yeah.
quick introduction. one of the people who will be going with you is Aaron Al Said. He's a very wealthy merchant in Salt Dock. And you think it's a bit strange that he wants to come with you, honestly. But
I mean, it's no more strange than Kachi wanting to come. Like,
he's
I'm sure they have very similar motives.
he's insistent, and he's bringing his own wagon that's pulled by like 4 draft horses. And
Are we back at camp now, or?
Samira is she's like sort of in his personal bodyguard. But yeah, back at camp. So you've all been travelling together along with a bunch of no-name generic servants and peasants and horse handlers and what have you. And you get in very far north. The river, as I said, is frozen. It has been snowing occasionally, and there is snow on the ground in most places. It's down to, just frozen soil and bare rock in others, but for the most part, lots of snow. It's a very clear night, though, with a almost, I don't know, has it got the moon on that almanac? Because I'll use that if it has. Probably not,
Nope.
and it doesn't matter, so we'll go with a full moon for maximum visibility. But also there's plenty of fires, torches, lanterns hung about the camp. And yeah, it's pretty cold. There are a few people milling about around fires. Everybody give me a HT check. Although actually, no, at this point it's not necessary. But some of you will be feeling the cold a lot more than others. I'm sure you're all bundled up as much as you can be. Although maybe you're not. Because some
I
of
mean,
you
I have
don't particularly need
fine
to be.
winter clothes.
Yeah, Kachi's in the winter clothes, but not the Arctic clothing.
Winter clothes will do you at the minute.
I've got a decent level of temperature tolerance.
Everyone would have noticed by now that Archie had joined the convoy. Maybe. I should ask you about that. Kyle, did you straight up
Yeah.
join the convoy, or have you been travelling alongside it on your own?
I think maybe Archie jumped into one of the wagons, like, along the road.
Kachi does have a number of people that he could potentially blend with.
Just one more hooded figure along there.
Okay.
You beat my perception. Oh. Oh.
I wonder, do I want just perceptions from everyone else? I mean, you've had a week to manage it. I think you're going to notice that.
Yeah, I mean, sooner or later, people are going to notice that there's somebody else in this party.
There have also been scouts riding out nightly. I will point out it's not that late on. It's probably getting towards 9 or 10 p.m. So the sun's only really been set for a couple of hours. And there are still scouts riding out in every direction, due to report back in the next, hour or so on whether they've come across the giants yet. Because so far, very little sign of giants.
Kachi is disappointed by that.
You're kept in the loop, obviously, Katya. As are Micah. Pian, not so much. You kind of have to force your way into the loop.
He does a pretty good job of eavesdropping.
I can see that. So yeah, you'd You'd managed to pick up on it. Give me just a general observation, please, Pian. I think.
About hearing?
Yeah, you can use your hearing on the observation. Yeah, so you've heard this as well. I forgot what I'm even saying it is that you've heard.
I'm sorry.
Something about giants?
Giants, no sign of them. No sign of many at all. Yeah, so the trackers, the good trackers who have come along are saying that they've not seen any signs of giants here in at least the last month.
Itokaja, do we really need to travel with these fools?
I mean, yes. How much further to the meetup place? Maybe they're waiting for us there.
I'm going to say that Carl Ealing has, latched onto you a little bit. Well, both Willem and Carl have, for the purpose of having people to talk to you. You're outside your tent at the minute, probably all with hot bowls of stew or something in your hands.
Makes sense.
And these guys have walked over to stand and eat with you while you're talking. And what did you say, Katya?
Well, maybe they're waiting for us at the rendezvous point.
Aha. By my reckoning, we've already passed the rendezvous point, says Carl. And he kind of looks up at the starry sky. And he's looking generally to the west. And he's like,
Or maybe
Does
you
Archie
Kaja
know
are
where the
incompetent.
rendezvous point is?
give me a navigation land. Everyone could give you a navigation land to know where the rendezvous point was supposed to be and where you are in relation to it. Yeah, people are pretty successful there. You pretty much bang on it. Like, there is no way that you shouldn't. If you don't reach it by end of day tomorrow, then something is definitely very wrong. But the fact that you couldn't see any sign of giants while the sun was setting is a bit concerning. People with tracking can roll that for me to maybe have a better chance than the king's trackers. Oh wow.
Yeah.
They right, Archie. No sign of giants. Definitely no sign of giants. But there is sign of something else that you're not familiar with. And
Okay.
yeah, I think you've been ranging out maybe a kilometre or so from the camp, and you just made your way back now, coming up behind Katya's tent, which is conveniently nearer the edge than it would normally be.
Great. Yeah. Sneak in there and wait for Kachi to come back.
Smith, your tent's like right next door, and you've just been handed a bowl of stew at the entrance for reasons.
Sorry, give me 1 second. Just still checking stuff.
I will also point out that there is no church presence here. Yeah, I should have really mentioned that. So,
Oh, right.
in the
right.
meeting with the king, Katya would have been able to fill you in on this. Pointedly, he only asked people who were not affiliated with the church to stay. And has anyone got politics or current affairs for the people, pretty much?
I've got 7 fair nobility, but I accidentally put military twice.
I don't know what kind of penalties you want to put on that.
Oh, and current affairs, religion would work as well. Area knowledges, they work. Not quite at there. You'd have needed to succeed by a couple more, I think. Though, for this particular. But the people who have stuck around on this trip are all quite, in fact, anti-church.
Oh. If that's the
Including
case, I don't think
Katya.
Archie's
including
trying to
Katya.
be. Yeah, if that's the case, then I don't think Archie is being quite so.
So you could have walked right into the conversation. You've probably been seen by these guys, and in
Yeah,
fact,
yeah. In that case,
you may well have been recognized by someone, but they've kept their mouth shut.
yeah. So Archie will come up and like whisper into Kachi's ear, like, I did my own scouting, and I didn't find signs of giants, but I found signs of something else.
Now, Pian, you're obviously listening to this conversation, but are you trying to hide while you do so?
No, you know what? He'll step out of the shadows where he's been skulking. I've picked up something too. Something odd.
Do we think the giant's boogeyman is keeping them away?
I don't know. This is the farthest I've ever been north.
Oh, Archie,
It just gets colder.
thank you for reminding me. But a few things, in general, could be anything. Something dangerous for sure. That could hurt you if you're not careful. The giants
If it's
are
more
mutants.
ice undead, things I'm going to be annoyed.
The church is probably involved. And again, these are just mutterings into Archie's head.
Okay, yeah. So Archie will be like, I don't know what it is, but it's dangerous.
Heard something about
You've-
ice
You've
undead?
probably also at this point noticed that Archie has occasionally talked to himself, which is a new feature.
He's been out in the woods alone for a while.
Lots of hermits talk to themselves a little bit. Hermits can have some
Fair
talking
enough.
to themselves once in a while as a treat.
I mean, Edgar talked to himself, and like he was just a hermit. I'm sure there's no correlation there.
No correlation whatsoever.
I need to get out of the habit of using big words.
Does anyone react to what Adalgo said?
What did Adalga say?
He's curious on the concept of ice undead.
Who brought that up? Was that Pian?
I did.
Oh no,
Etho.
Etho.
He said if it's more ice undead, she's gonna be upset.
Willem, has this story been told?
It didn't
No.
look like ice undead stuff, right?
No, it didn't.
Archie just looks at Etho, shakes his head. Yes, I know. I told her it's not ice undead.
No explanation, please? A little bit?
Dead made ice. Keep up.
Was this ever spread around court? Like even just as like a tall tale?
The catch has probably told the story, with omissions and embellishments, absolutely. But yeah,
Is this the truth then? Says Carl, ever the skeptic. I did not quite believe you. Your
of
stories.
course it was. I mean, it's one of the perils when you go into the various dungeons and stuff up there, and she sort of gestures to the mountains.
He looks around at the kind of.
Etho's gonna.
Sorry, go on, Etho.
Etho will kind of point her as she gestures, grab her hand and move it a little bit, just to point to the right mountain, and then nod.
That you probably can tell that she flinches and avoids that. Actually, she actively avoids looking at that mountain.
The hand moves to point at it, but the head turns away.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, just going to write down to avoid that mountain.
I mean,
That may be enough.
there's lots of artifact sites. Yeah, lots of options.
This is true.
And most of them are protected by something.
Hell, I'm
So-
sure over the course of the last year, Archie has run into more ice undead.
You very likely have. You probably went back to a couple of the places that you visited. And yeah, these tracks were unlike anything you've seen before, Archie, with that roll you got earlier.
Okay.
You could see that it actually, in fact, it was such a good roll that you could see that it's got 6 limbs and 7 digits on each limb.
Well, that's interesting. It's a 6-legged creature.
And it's there's at least 2 of them. One of them's about the size of a German Shepherd, and the other one's will look like maybe the size of a regular house cat. So not that big at all. It's quite a difference between them. Maybe a parent and child.
Yeah. So they're not. What I saw was not super big. Was not very big.
No,
But I don't know.
what it is.
I don't know what it is. Which is disconcerting.
With that description, would a regional geography roll possibly give some insight?
Do you give that description out loud, Archie?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Give me the roll.
Which region?
This would be if you've got Keem, in fact. And if you've got area knowledge Keem, I will take that as well. So Archie,
No, never been there.
never been there. Oh, good fail, Archie. It slips your mind, but you would be familiar if you weren't so dumb.
I mean, Archer's been killing it tonight.
Regional geography.
Failure was inevitable.
There is a Keem. There is iconography in Keem of a 6-legged creature, and it's even further said to have 7 digits on each leg.
Can I roll a history check of the Atuni since we live up here?
Yeah.
Probably gonna fail because my intelligence is not high. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
not my best subject.
No mention of it that you can remember, but you might be wrong.
There might once have been a creature like that in Kim, but not here that I'm aware of.
People look over.
Yeah, something sounds familiar about that, but I don't know what.
Oh, right, I've got people here, just in case of the issue. Aaron Al-Said will step forward as well. He's not eating the same stew as the rest of you. And in fact, Archie, you've not got a bowl of stew in your hands. So he holds it out to offer it to you. And Micah, maybe you're eating his stew as well. I'm not sure you have lived in Salt Dock all your life, right?
Mostly Wesker.
Wesker. Ah, a lovely place. Yeah, it smells spicy. It unlocks core memories of being told to genocide Archie.
Okay.
But as bad as those memories are, the other ones are delicious.
Yeah. Oh, Archie's like, oh, this is delicious.
And it is very spicy. Makes your cheeks glow red. Warms you up a lot. Makes your nose run a little bit though, and that kind of gets cold on top of your lip as you're sniffing it back in. But the flavors, and it's got hard hunks of aurochs meat in it, as well as just lots of root vegetable, and a thin or a very very thick even sauce made from stock and cooked down carrot. You see these? I'm going all George R. R. Martin again. you see these guys.
Say that.
They've got a wagon carrying this pot all day. It never fully empties. It gets refilled every morning. But yeah, sorry for my divergence onto the ancient curry.
Mm.
Oh, sounds
Ancient
delicious.
curry. Yeah.
And it's not for Westerners. So except for Archie, who didn't have a bowl in his hand. But there you go.
Yeah. No, Archie takes it and is definitely into it.
Core
Oh.
memories.
Spice. I haven't had spice in. Looks around. I haven't had spice.
You should see the back of my cart, friend. It is loaded to the brim, says Aaron. This is just a taste of what we can cook up.
Micah
It goes up your nose.
doesn't look like she's fully from here, but she has lived her whole life in this
Bland.
bland England-style cuisine area.
Ale pie.
She's probably
do
struggling
my
a bit
people
with
cook
the
with?
spice.
It might be the most flavour you've ever tasted. It's a good job you're not a child, because this might have killed you.
What do you have over there? Katya looks over.
This is a biryani. In fact, yeah, it's a biryani, so it's got rice in it as well, all cooked down, so it's a bit drier than I suggested. But it's extra spicy. It'd tell you how each recipe is like a guarded secret of the family, and how his grandmother and mother taught him this one.
Mind if I try it? Looks good.
They'll offer it up to the smith as well. I reckon with your cultural background, you're probably not used to spicy foods much.
I think
Cooking a
Peon
15.
gives it. No. I think Peon gives it a whiff and kind of crinkles his nose a little bit and shakes his head.
Archie grabs your bowl and dumps it into his.
He's not offering bowls to everyone, but when people started asking for it, like by the law of being a kind guest, he has to offer some. And when Pian turns it down, he's like, I'm thankful, honestly. I did not mean to give it to everyone here. This is,
Sorry.
No, of course, you may take a bowl, sir.
Where do you get the spices from?
They're brought over on ships, of course. My fleet now stands at 15. One of them capable of moving, he says an outlandish number of tons. I've not done the research as of yet.
Archie looks at him and just says, "You wouldn't happen to have a lemon, by chance?"
He,
Luke, is this guy Eldritch?
he's Kimtani.
Okay.
So he's from the place that you were just talking about. And yeah, he speaks Keem to one of his servants. Does anyone speak Keem, Tani?
Yes,
Yeah.
I do.
I think a few of us.
No, but I speak Putash, so I default at broken.
IQ check. But essentially, he uses a derogatory term for a white person and tells them to get the derogatory term for a white person a lemon.
Oh, jeez.
I have it broken.
Archie says thank you in Kimtani.
But he says it in a sort of affectionate sounding manner. For sure.
Katya smirks.
It's a very informal manner of saying it. If you've got it at quite a high level. And with that success roll, Micah, yeah, you'd pick up on it. That is, he's not saying it offensively.
Accented enough.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, come back with a lemon. And his servant guy just brings back a basket with various weird-looking fruits in it, including a lemon.
So I don't know if you caught it, but I'm going to be heading east on an expedition fairly soon. If you have any suggestions on places to check out or things to try, I'd love to hear it.
How will you be getting there, is my first question.
Probably by ship and then by carriage.
We'll have to discuss matters. Of course.
She
I
nods.
have many ships. I have many great ships. that travel east all the time. And yes, though I don't love going back home, it is a beautiful city, and you really should visit it. And he gives you the name of the city. Oh, Al Said. Al Said is a gorgeous city that you must visit.
Very.
I look
Post
forward
5
to
p.m.
it, she says in
I
Keem.
miss the markets.
Before the church's influence, it was a rather nicer place, he says, with like a knowing glance at Archie. And anyway, yes, I heard my country mentioned. Talking of your journey east.
Mm-hmm. I'm engaged to a noble there, actually.
Oh,
So I suppose it's going to become my country soon.
of course, Lady Katja. Yeah, what am I thinking? Yeah, this guy. I remember now. Someone whispers something in Keem in his ear. He's like, "She's engaged to this person, sir." And he just nods. He's like, "Ah, yes, yes." So it's like, even though this guy's a merchant, you can see he's being treated by his entourage like a king, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he gets better
When you
treatment
pay
than the real
people well
king.
enough.
And yeah, I will point out that these guys are much better dressed, generally much better disciplined than the other servants, who all tend to get proper smashed every night, I've got to say. Like the ones who aren't working anyway, and even the ones who are working a lot of the time seem to be heavily drunk.
I mean, Katya's servants, she expects them to get wasted occasionally. Like,
Oh, that's an
it's
interesting
cruel
point.
otherwise.
Roll me HT, please, Tara.
Oop. Go.
Yeah, that food it smells amazing. You've already had one full bowl of the bland stew, but now, like, I think you probably just stood next to Katya anyway, aren't you? I imagine.
Yeah, and I'm probably inching closer and closer to her bowl of food at this point.
So yeah, Lady Katya, you were one of the people who got given a bowl of the spicy stew, and Etho is
Oh,
begging, begging
well,
like a hungry pet.
I mean, Katya will absolutely try some of it herself, and depending on her, well, no, Etho's begging. She'll give her like half of it.
So half the bowl gets dumped in Etho's food bowl.
But Katya will have a fair amount of it herself as well because it's tasty, assuming she can stomach it. I assume that's the HT check that was being made for people.
Yeah,
Or is an HD check? Okay.
you don't
Eat
need
it,
to.
'cause it's
And I'm sure
it's to see
HT
if you
done
go hot, 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 hot.
that. Like, who's the beefiest person with the highest presumed HT that's been on that Hot Ones YouTube channel? And how much did they
Jesus
cry?
Christ. I am rolling terribly tonight.
Getting it
Yeah.
out of your system.
So yeah, that Smither does not like owie spice on tongue.
Woof! He will give out various curses in Opresh. That'll take some getting used to. Oh, I don't think I mentioned it, but he when he speaks Eldritch, which I assume is the normal language everyone else is speaking.
Yeah, Eldritch is what will get spoken the vast majority of the time.
Yeah, he's speaking it with an accent.
I think just about everyone
That was
speaks
Etho
with
if
an
you couldn't
accent.
tell.
Like, Archie, is Eldritch your main language?
Yes.
I meant to go over the languages earlier so I could give you the right sheet permissions, but that takes an effort in itself.
Katya speaks it at native, but that's just because she learned it for court.
Gotcha. It is pretty
Micah
much.
has it accented by default.
Mm-hmm. It's like the court language of the king in Saltdock. And also it is the dominant language in Etenrice, I believe. Maybe. I might be wrong. We've got a languages thing that probably tells you.
We didn't really touch it in Reach.
No, we didn't. But I feel like their court language will probably be Eldresh as well, and it may be what like the dominant language of the biggest group of settlers of this land is. Because it's worth pointing out that this is a fairly new kingdom, only a couple of 100 years old, compared to the like 700-year empire that spawned it from across the sea.
Like how the Anglo-Saxons and Jutes and various other groups were all moving to England, but most of them were Saxons.
That sort of deal. I don't know anything about history, so you could say anything, but I generally trust what Emily says, given her qualifications. Right.
So Katja is pretty happy to sort of chat this guy up about Eastern sights and scenes throughout the evening if you want to speed to eventful stuff tonight.
Yeah, he'll talk your ear off about all sorts of stuff. It generally sounds mostly made up, I'm going to be honest.
I mean, if he knows anything about horse racing, they could probably talk about that for a while as well. I imagine an Eastern merchant might know something about that.
Oh, yeah.
She's looking forward to testing her horses against the ones out east.
Are you... I'm guessing you're, like, riding the racing breed.
She does, but she's not actually a jockey herself, just because nobles don't. Well, yeah.
You
By
buy the
way,
horse and the jockey.
But yes, her horse is the racing version. Most of the horses are cavalry, unless somebody really wants the lighter, faster version.
Did you supply Ether with a horse,
Yes.
by the way, or not? Okay.
There's a section for like mounts and stuff like that. The cavalry Pitford ponies are the ones that everybody gets. Minus armor for running around in the wilderness.
When I first saw them, I assumed that a Pitford pony were from a particular GURPS supplement, and then I remembered
Yes.
that you were from Pitford, and your family were horse breeders.
It just kind of rolls off the tongue.
It really does, yeah. Like, if there's ever a Frozen Gods supplement written, Pitford ponies will definitely feature.
Yes.
But yes.
Moving.
So we talk into the night?
No, you talk for about as long as we've been talking, really, I think. Unless anyone's got anything they want to add quick before I interject it.
No.
When there's a shout from one of the people at the north edge of the camp. It's like, "Rider, coming fast!" And then people with quite astute hearing, in fact, you already noticed this, Pian, I'm sorry. A horse was galloping towards the camp. But it would have actually only been a couple of moments before that guy shouts it. And yeah, some people start gathering up at the north. Does anyone make a move? The scouts do not generally come in this fast. And oh yeah, word would have got to you while you were having that conversation. Someone would have popped by and said, like, South scout back, no sign of anything. East scout back, no sign of anything. Same for the west coast, west scout, north scout not back. North scout's coming in fast, hot. A bunch of people
I'll
rush
get
up.
up and start heading over.
Yeah, you want a neb? Well, anyone who does, the horse comes in riderless. There is no one on it, and it is freaking out. One guy runs out to try and stop it. It's not a Pitford pony. This is like one of the king's horses. It were one of his personal, or like one of the high up military guys that had been sent along who've been doing the scouting. And yeah, not on his horse.
Can Archie jump onto the horse?
It's currently flipping out a little bit. Like, no one's actually even managed to grab it. It stopped and turned, and it's kind of just stood panting heavily right now.
Yeah, and
Never
I'll
mind.
try and calm it. Just kind of walking over, talking in very low tones.
It's clearly knackered.
Uh,
It's been running for a while. Archie, you're approaching as well. Like you'd step forward, but then you see Pian is walking forward doing his low tones, horse whispering
Yeah.
thing. You're gonna see
That
what he
guy's
does.
got it. Archie'll just watch, yeah.
It's a big horse, like draft horse, trained for war, panting heavily, going a bit wild in the eyes. Something's definitely spooked it. But you manage to get it as calm as it can be, enough to at least get close and grab the bridle and kind of lead it towards the camp. A couple of people shout like, "Oh, good job! So much spooked the beast. Giants must be close, but where's Frederick?"
Any trace of blood on the horse?
No. Well, give me a search. Look it over closely. I will point out that with Frederick missing, the present company are perhaps the best fighters in the whole convoy. But obviously that includes Samira, Carl, and Willem.
Maybe
Nope.
someone should go check for him.
No blood, except for the horse's hot animal blood. Yeah, no blood.
Okay.
And it's not
Sounds like a
actually
good idea.
bleeding the horse from any wound other than a couple of scratches around the hoof area from brambles or whatever.
Possible he just fell off or was taken. I don't see any blood.
is this the
If-
Giants' MO, Luke?
Not really, but it's possible that he dismounted and the horse got terrified by giants. That's like
I think
that's where everyone with common sense is.
I think Archie goes right to one of the horses and mounts up.
If the horse just got back now, despite such a rush, he can't be far away.
Yeah,
He
let's go
should have
check
been
it
on
out.
his way back.
Koch will also mount a horse.
Someone would say he might have fallen and broken something. He's like to freeze overnight in his armor. Someone ought to go check, but a few people you could tell look spooked. I will point out that over the last couple of days, the general feeling amongst the, generics is eeriness. It's been quite clear every night for the past 3 days, but there's been a really dense, low fog every morning. And someone swears that he saw twinkling lights in the mountains to the east, but also someone swears that that guy were asleep that night.
Micah will go put on her armor, then saddle up.
Pian does the same.
Willem and Carl state that we'll be going, of course.
It could be a trap to lure defenders away from the camp. Perhaps it would be better if you stayed in case that this is a distraction.
Samira looks at you and says, "I'll be sticking around." Willem and Carl look at each other and they're like, "One of us is coming with you. If Lady Katya is going, she'll need protection."
I've got that covered. And so does she, and point at Etho.
I glare
And
at
these
them.
two look like no slouch either.
But your chivalry is appreciated. We should get going.
Willem and Carl continue to argue with each other as the rest of you saddle up. And how about we take a brief break and then get back into it?
Sounds good.
Yeah, I had no objections until an affirmative, so we'll be right back. And we're back. So, you're going north, you're looking into evidence of something that's scaring the giants out of the mountains, and maybe the reason for the whole misguided conflict so far. You've not seen any giants on a long trek north, when you ought to have by about now. And one of the scouts that heads out as camp for the night gets set up has come back late, and not at all. It's just his horse without him. Some people are worried he might have broken his leg or fallen off it or something like that. Other people are concerned because they've seen tracks of a mysterious creature with 6 legs, 7 fingers on each leg. And you're heading out to look into it. You've donned your armors, you're riding horses. Is everyone riding a horse?
Yes,
Yep.
I am.
Absolutely.
I do not own a horse, but if one is loaned to me, I will ride it.
One is provided.
If you've got the riding
Need
skill at
riding
all,
checks?
I don't need a riding check, no. I presume you're not galloping.
No, not at night in increment weather.
Yeah,
No,
on
the,
terrain that
the
we don't
horse
know.
is galloping.
I think
Is there
I
any
think a
default
steady
to-
trot though.
Yeah, no,
Mhm.
no. I also wasn't saying that you were like just walking. So
But
yeah,
if we go at a steady trot, then we're susceptible to ice picks.
no, you're not
Ice
skiing.
axe.
You're not
Ice
skiing.
axe.
Get the point?
Um,
Hey, Luke, if I don't have the riding skill, do you want me to do the default?
no, because your horse has got the mount skill and it seems to know what it's doing.
Cool.
So off you go. I will point out that current darkness penalties are around about -5 on this clear, full moon lit night. In fact, -4 because it is quite bright. If you've got lanterns and things like that, you can get them down to -3 for ride around you.
Dion will ride a bit ahead of everybody else.
I think the front of the pack is riding a bit ahead of the frontmost lantern in general.
I got a lantern. I'll light it.
It turns into a bit of a race, probably, as a few of you overtake each other. Eventually you'll come up to a bit where the river turns, and vision checks from everyone. Oh, also tracking checks. Oh shit.
Vision and tracking? Or do you just want me to...
Adalga sees something.
Oh, that's before the
that
minus,
is-
sorry. That's a failure.
Yeah, mine too.
That's including the minus.
Holy shit.
Mine's including minus.
Gotcha sees it.
So
Yeah, and that's a legit one.
catch it.
Oh, hey, I track it.
Etho's even better.
Christ, what is happening? Well, holy shit.
3 crit successes right now.
That wasn't a vision. That was for my tracking.
So Katya and Etho immediately come to a halt. Etho because you've come across some tracks that are undeniably crazy, weird tracks to you. And Katya, you come to the stop because on the other side of the river, there's like some old, knocked down ruins. In fact, they probably Tove ruins, you realise. And lying amongst them, right at the edge of the river, is a dead giant. But what caught your eye is something small and very fast moving from the giant's body to sort of the general rubble of the ruins and snow.
You guys see that?
I've got a map for this.
Do I also catch that?
And yeah, you also caught that. Etho, the tracks that you see are just generally all around you. So right now you're at the very top of this map. You also, yeah, if you look down, you realise that you're amongst Tove ruins yourselves right now.
Gotcha was probably looking at the ruins and then noticed the other stuff.
Correct.
Katya either like raises her arm and taps on the vein of her wrist, implying should I be pulling my claws out right now, or are we still hiding that?
She shakes her head no. And actually, she's been learning your language, so she'll reply in that language. And
If you know that,
in accented Atuni, she'll say, "Not now, but it's probably okay around these people."
Man. Oh, Etho's excited that you learned her language.
I don't know how defaulting languages works.
Yeah,
I
at the end.
default to broken.
Nice.
You have what, sorry?
Tuni is a very separated language from the rest of them.
I think if you have Kiam at full, you do get it at accented though.
Languages.
I have
Broken.
Oh yeah, you're right. Broken.
It says.
I think Puatesh does default to it.
Yeah. At accented between Etuni, Putash, and Palexi. So because I have it at accented, I default to broken for Etuni.
Where did you pick it up?
Or
Did you
yes,
like
wait,
train
you've
as a
played
smith over there or something? Or did you trade with the Atuni maybe? No, that's
yeah,
not
it's
likely
just
possible.
something I've picked up just
in the
because
last year.
people
It would have
make
been.
requests.
You must have been doing a lot of talking.
Anyway.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a weird one to just have for your background, honestly. Keemtani would make more sense. Keemtani would make a lot more sense.
Okay, I'll swap it out.
What did you say, Etho?
Oh, I just said, anyway, giant.
So 1, 2, 3 horses flip the fuck out. And let's go. I don't even know.
You might need to
I mean, there's 6 of us all on horseback. Roll a d6. Twice. Or 3 times.
Oh, I jumped off when the tracking started happening.
Okay, so that's fair.
I also depicted me popping off.
Katya, your horse is one of them.
Gotcha is not concerned about that. She'll calm it.
Yeah, that is very easy for you. It's not happy, but you do manage to calm it. Pian, yours starts freaking out as you jump off, but you're still holding the bridle.
No.
Just no.
Nope.
I'm able
It
to
can run away if it wants
pick
to.
up anything
I see.
on my travels with Peon. Like, can I roll like just a quick, like brawling just to size him up? What's the minus for that?
Roll it IQ based.
IQ based? Okay.
I'll let you roll any fighting skill IQ based to size up how you take him on. Not to be trifled with.
based.
Definitely capable. Carries a big glaive with him, as well as other weapons, I'm sure.
Brace of knives across the chest.
Lots of knives. Very knifey guy.
They're like throwing knives.
And I'm sure you don't wear them all the time, but you've obviously put them on.
I've got them
for
on
this.
now.
Yeah.
Yeah. And a length of rope tied to his belt.
Quite capable.
Because, that's menacing.
So catch, calmed a horse, and what were the other number I rolled? 3. Etho. Oh, yeah. So you jump off your horse and it likewise flips out and starts running away.
I give Katya the sorry look when it starts booking.
Okay. And yeah, that giant pretty much, you begin to make out its shape and see it easily. You get a +10, but you're around about a -10. And once you spot it, it's
Are
hard
there
to miss.
any human footprints among the crazy
Indeed,
footprints?
there was a fight here.
Okay. It's something. Yeah. Screw it.
So this thing's freshly dead.
The giant itself, less freshly dead, at least from what you can tell from this distance. But what Etho is looking at on the ground is recent, in the last hour or so. Anyone else we tracking? Did it get rolled?
I rolled 1.
Oh
Did
yeah,
I get
you see
10?
it all as well. Maybe not the exact Aragorn description that Etho could give you.
I think I missed something. What made the horses freak out?
You're not sure, but the horses have freaked
Fair.
out.
Actually, at this point, Isa's screwing it. It says screw it, and she's bringing out her claws.
It were right as you saw whatever it were that went past in the distance, though. And Adalga, you'd also think, like, whoa! Adalga, can you not control ponies?
I cannot. I have no riding skill.
Oh no, I meant the tokens.
Oh, I can. I just wanted to get off the horse because
Oh.
no riding skill in combat. Bad idea.
Well, your horse likewise will, as soon as you step off it, like turn and trot after its friends, just back down the way you came. Which on foot would be maybe 40 minutes walk from camp.
Well, shit, fuck up.
All right.
It's gonna
So
be quiet.
for people who are looking, Etho's hand gets weird. Like big, gnarly, like claws off the front of each of her fingers.
Archie's like holding his lantern up in his left hand, and
You've
you
put the
notice
hood
that
back for
he
the
is-
first time.
yeah, he like hood's back, lantern's up, and there is a sword definitely in his hand. Like nobody saw him draw it, but it's there. And he looks over at Etho and he's like, "I thought you got rid of those things."
I did.
Altair will get uncomfortably close examining them. Huh.
Their blood.
Fascinating.
Shite. Shite. Give me perception checks. Your best perception checks. I will take hearing. You can already hear things, Pian. Though
Okay.
I don't particularly need them from you. It's coming from the giant's body, and also there's something moving around.
Archie
On this side of
Yes.
the river behind you. But it's a fair distance off at the minute.
and it's just from the one direction.
Well, it's Pian that hears
Oh, sorry.
that there's a noise, that something must have crossed the river over there and has now looped around and is maybe 20 meters away. But invisible, you can't see anything. And across there you can hear sounds coming from inside the giant's body. Katya, you don't see anything. Etho, you don't hear anything. It's just very, very slight movement sounds.
Jan will let everybody know that there are sounds coming from within the giant corpse. while trying to make himself look as much like prey as possible, and stepping backwards so he's in the open and an easy target.
Prey for what kind of creature? Give me a skill
Predator.
roll. Naturalist to
Bod-
suit me perfect, followed by acting.
body language.
Eh,
I can do acting too.
Survival?
survival. Give me a survival first.
Yeah, this is not so great. Yeah, it's
Good
enough.
enough.
Figure will pull up.
Now give me an acting. Okay. Yeah. So you turn and take a step.
No, I don't turn.
You don't turn. You just
I'm keeping my back to where it is,
and you've taken a step back.
and I'm taking a step back, and I'm trying to use my body language to seem more like prey and less like a predator,
It's gone
while trying
quiet.
to urge everybody else forward.
Gotcha. All quiet. So the horse, like, paws at the ice, but then walks out happily over onto it. So the giant, comes into focus for you quite clearly there, Archie. It is eviscerated, honestly. I mean, generally the body doesn't look too bad, except for the skin on the face has been picked at by something a lot, and it's got a huge gaping hole in its chest where it's just all been dug out. Its arms been chewed off. It is very thoroughly dead for at least all day. And give me a vision check, please. You might want to stop there. Yeah, it is moving ever so slightly. And it's pretty much as you reach there that you see these long, scaly, shiny arms reach out from its belly region. And I say long, they're not actually that long. I've got a terrible picture for him. Where is it? Where is it? Now I'm certain I set this up. What the hell folder did I put them in? This is awkward. It's the creature anyway, and I may as well get this up. This may well be full of ancient speeds.
I got nothing.
No, there we go. Oh no, wait, those might have been you. But anyway, feel free to go now. That's where it is. So, very lizard-like, salamander-ish almost. As it starts poking its head out, its teeth sort of ringed with giant flesh. And it sort of starts clicking, grudge style, as it pokes out of there. And pretty much as it does so, you hear a sudden burst from behind you, Pian, as whichever one's back there takes off in a sprint in your direction and makes it, covers about a quarter of the distance between you and it by what you can hear.
Okay. The plan would be to not let it know I'm aware of its presence until I can spin and then attack it.
Uh-huh, uh-huh. brain fail. Why did you not add? I associated you. Yep, you're associated, so... There we go. There we go. And I'm so sorry, but I need to be right back. I'm not going to end the stream, but I left my drink outside, so I'm just going to be like 2 seconds.
Oh my god.
Dun dun dun.
Gotcha. What? What
-1 degree
horse
there.
did we have?
Sorry, what?
What horse did you get all of us?
Under the mounts, the cavalry version, Pitford pony. It's basically the standard cavalry with upgraded strength and movement.
And that's basic 2, right?
Oh yeah, and campaigns. Give me a second, I'll give you a page.
Yeah, I'm on 459 and 460. I've got the
Oh yeah,
cavalry
it's
horse.
459, but it's the cavalry horse, but +2 move and +4 strength.
God damn. Where's it get that from?
Good breeding. And
Heard.
Nice.
good breeding and lots of money.
Nice.
Which is potentially why Kachi has been eyeing those ones that ran off. Because she doesn't want to lose them.
Fair enough.
I'll catch mine.
Oh, she's
Really?
completely
4 grand a
confident we can
pop?
track them. She's worried that something might kill them.
Anyways, catch ya. Europe, do you do anything in this second? Give me a hearing check if you've not already.
Will do. I'm going to give you a general perception if that's okay.
Yeah, that's fine. Oh,
It's the
nice.
same. It's the same thing, and
Yeah.
I have a button for it.
You come across nothing. You don't hear anything in particular. So in fact, yeah, you'd probably carry on as you were for this turn.
Roger.
Archie, however, you see that thing quite clearly. Illuminated by the... Is there a lantern hanging from your horse, did you say?
No, he's got it in his left hand.
Okay, lantern in left hand, yeah. You see it plenty clear. +10, -3.
All right. You know what? We're gonna go ahead and back that horse up. And we are gonna take a hold action. We'll attack it if it gets in range. And actually, I think on the backing of it up, we're gonna...
Rightio. I'm not sure if you're meant to move on the horse's turn,
Oh.
but for now, maybe
Oh, I didn't
let's...
think of that. Do we just want to do the horse's turn on our turn?
On your turn for now, yeah, that's fine.
I mean, you could do it with the whole thing where, like, the horse is holding its action from the previous turn until your turn.
Yeah, I'm happy with that. Work around for now.
Yeah.
What we did with Sir Horse.
So, full move maneuver to back up. Well, actually, it's riding to have the horse back up. But I don't think you particularly need to roll it right now. Although, now that that thing pops its head up, your horse whinnies. It's clearly scared of it as it saw it, but it doesn't immediately freak the shit out.
Okay. And then, yeah, Archie'll hold his action until it's close enough for a sword attack.
Alright, well, it spends its turn sort of climbing out of the body there, and at the same time, you see another one start emerging. Sorry, just setting postures for myself. And it's not quite on the map yet, but on the next turn, it almost definitely will be. It's coming up fast.
Luke, do we take -1
Or in fact,
per hex? Or does moving on the ice cost twice as much?
depending on your footwear, it likely does, yes.
Okay.
Unless you succeed on a DX check at a -1. And Etho.
I didn't make my roll, so I think I'm still just standing by.
Give me a vision check.
Full defense. Okay. A vision or hearing?
Vision, please.
Or roll vision.
Or just general perception.
What was the minus?
No penalty in particular. I'll eyeball it. Success by 3.
The darkness penalties are 4,
Ah, right, yeah.
but you
base
probably have
darkness
stuff offsetting that.
You got any night vision? Yeah, you don't pick it up then.
But I was gonna say full defense. Or I'm protecting anything that comes in my range is getting attacked. Any monster.
Pian, that thing's running up.
Ready to action.
Ready action. Yeah.
Is that where it is in relation to me?
Yep.
Then I remain blissfully ignorant until it gets within striking range. So I'm holding my action until it's a
Alright.
couple hexes away, and then I'm gonna swing at it.
Give me a hearing check, please. Or if you've not got the relevant degree of vision.
What is the relevant degree of vision?
Have you-
no,
have you
I
got
can't
any-
see behind me.
Okay. So yeah. Success by
Ugh.
1. You've got ultra hearing though, right?
I have discriminatory hearing, so I can hear well enough that I can distinguish people from differences in their gaits and body sounds.
You're chancing it. It's very close. You know this for
Oh, I'm
certain.
okay chancing it.
Okay. Adalga.
Can I take a step forward and pull out my spear in the same turn? I've never not used to have fast draw before.
Yep. You can take a ready maneuver and move 1 step. Micah.
I think Micah will move a bit closer. You said, what was the failure for the DX roll?
You will slip and drop a posture level.
Sure, she'll move farther while also trying to go up to a crouch.
Okay. Cool. Catch ya. Another perception
Another
check.
perception?
Yeah. Let me just get these horses all generally out of the way because they have all fucked off for now. Oh yeah, you see it now, right behind Pian, about to bear down on him. He seems blissfully unaware.
Is that enough to notice the movement going on over by the giant as well?
Yes, absolutely. So Archie suddenly freaked out, and you see that things are emerging from the giant's
Excuse me,
chest.
Archie did not freak out.
You backed your horse up quickly. That's
Your
freaking
horse
out.
is also named Archie.
Hey, there's a difference between caution and freaking out.
Yeah, Katya laughed when she saw you climbing on that horse because it is called Archie.
Was that perception enough to realize the setup that is being arranged up north by Pigeon? How do you pronounce that again?
Pian.
Success
Yeah.
by 7 versus his acting of... Yep, you succeed. You can tell that he's faking it. He's in control of the situation, at least partly.
Alright, then I think Katya's going to break out her special new power, which Lee's been looking forward to.
Oh yeah.
I'm calling it the Voice of Command, but it's really Natural Leader from one of the Pyramid magazines. Look out, guys! There's monsters! Get them now! And she's trying to basically help Pian time the ambush thing, but also motivate the people down south to attack those things that are crawling out. And she makes a leadership check, which I've turned into a macro that'll just tell us the bonus, if that's okay.
Yeah. Do other people need to make a roll?
They do not. This is just her.
And this will affect like 27 people maximum, right?
It's a lot of people. Yeah, it's enough that I don't worry about the number of people. It's the actual
Yeah.
check that matters.
So everyone gets a +1 to hit a monster.
Mhm.
Cool.
Nice.
Bard made. Archie, how long does that bonus last?
I think it's round by round.
Round by round.
It was just the one, right?
Just the +1.
The one enemy?
There are 2 enemies in front of you right now.
There's
Just the
two-
one designated enemy.
Oh, maybe. I'd need to reread the pyramid. It's
yes, it is a designated enemy. So
okay. So it'll just be
the
2
obvious
PM.
ones.
Just
It's like that one.
Yep.
That one. That one.
I mean, can you target multiple enemies to get a bonus to hit them from your allies, or just a single one? We'll say it's all of them for now, because way I read it when I read through it, it sounded like, it were for giving orders to an army.
Oh, fair.
But yeah, Archie.
Okay.
And
so
wait, was
assuming-
that the free action catcher or your concentrate maneuver? I'm sorry.
That's the concentrate.
Okay, Archie.
Okay. So since we can, we'll ride up here.
Whoop.
I'm sure you want a riding roll for this.
I do indeed.
There we go.
You're lucky that your horse is so sturdy right now.
Yeah.
That's a great check. You manage it. So, essentially, jumping over the giant, pretty much.
Yep. And we are attacking the shit out of that raptor thing.
And I don't know. Okay, there's definitely a penalty for attacking from a horse.
I am looking at it. There is a -1 to hit, and I get a +1 to damage.
This thing has a -1 size modifier,
So I'm at a -2.
and then -3 for the darkness.
Okay, so I'm at a -5. So then we are just gonna go ahead and stab it in the torso. So these are at the -5, which is fine because it can only be at a. Damn it!
Oof. But did you account for the +1 that you've got from Katya?
I did not.
So you potentially hit.
I helped.
I've not got the cheat sheet open yet. Where is it?
Hey, look underneath at my D6 roll.
Oh, that's nice. And it's a stab as well. Oh, you sneaky bastard. Let's see if it hits though first. So what's the penalty for crouching? It's like -2 to your dodge.
Maybe -3.
You know what? It doesn't make the dodge because I would very much like to go to the conditional injury calculator.
Okay.
So let's make that visible on stream, and then let's get
-2 to defending when you're kneeling.
Perfect. Yeah, so it does
Nice.
indeed fail the dodge.
All right.
Thank you for looking that up, Emily. Target's max HP entered. Penetrating damage taken was it's 3 versus impaling, so you do. Oh wait, no, 8 impaling. Wait, what's the 6 for?
The 6 was not for damage.
Oh, okay, so that's just a torso.
That
hit.
was
It's 1 for vitals.
It's
one
one
for
for vitals.
vitals. Oh, I got all excited. Damn it. Okay.
And then with a 3D for location rather than torso.
I didn't roll 3D. I
Oh no,
rolled
that was
1D.
me. That had GM rolled to myself. It's dodge. The doy. I should have done it publicly, but it got a 9, and it were after a 10. 8 impaling damage. So 5 penetrating damage taken. Imp. Hit location is torso. Target is normal. No. Okay, so it needs to roll HT for its pain. It succeeds. No wound. But its move and dodge are halved, rounded up, and it's suffering severe pain. -4 to DX and IQ.
Cool.
So it screams out
Oh
horribly.
yeah.
Yeah, indeed. It kind of rears its head back and makes a deep clicking sound that sounds pained. Let me just put that at a -4 so that I remember what it's at. And that it's at half move and dodge. I should. I'll also mark it red. It's bleeding. Although
A
it's not.
painful clicking noise, like a really bad day trader.
It's their turns. So that one is. You know what? It's not gonna move much except to like kind of turn its body slightly to track you while it concentrates to try and suppress that pain. Which I think it just manages to do. HT minus severity, so nope, failed it. No wait, yep, failed it. Boo. The other one is going to crawl out of there, change posture. And the one back here is gonna arrive within range. Give you a hearing check to know exactly when it arrives, and you can have oh, it's incidental, but I will give you a +1 to that because you were kind of timed with it. Okay, yeah, you at least know, definitely. Yeah, that's a good check. What am I on about?
Combat tab.
I don't know. It's only success by 9.
Still have a +1 to the attack.
+1 to the attack, -1 for size, evens out.
Oh, okay.
And
this is
-4
obviously a
for
wild
darkness.
swing, since I don't need to worry about that.
Yeah, he's got fancy eyes.
Why no roll?
Is there a modifier prompt behind your sheet? Oh,
Okay,
potentially
well,
a hit. It's going to attempt a dodge. Oh shit, it fails its dodge.
Hit location, then damage, probably.
Yeah, this would have to be a wild swing, seeing as you weren't looking at it before.
Yeah.
9 is almost definitely torso. Let me.
Yep.
Yeah. Even on a hexapod. 5 cutting damage. So it seems to glance across its skin, which is almost metallic as you hit it. Like there is a definite clang, like armor. And at the same time, it's going to move in and attempt to complete its action, but it misses you completely as it enters C range with you. 5 cutting damage. Oh, that.
5 cutting damage.
No, never mind. Etho.
Did it not get through its DR?
It did not get through its DR.
Did it at least knock down? Or knock back?
Did not seem to suffer knockback.
Fuck.
Was that swing that Colin just did obvious?
Very obvious. Clanged against something that you even saw rushing up to his feet. It forwent all stealth in the last moment.
I move.
You move. Pian. Currently in close combat with it.
Yeah, I gotta get to at least one. So I guess I'll just take a step back.
Quite. What is your facing right now?
Oh, yeah. I'm now facing it.
Quite.
And
Yep.
I'll change, well, because I probably swung at it when it was at 2.
Mm-hmm.
I'll change my grip to a range 1 grip.
That takes a ready maneuver, right?
Yeah.
I think there's a perk, or maybe a skill that lets you do it in a single.
Yes, you have to take it per weapon, but he's also done spent 2 movement points.
The snow is alright, only counts as one. Oh, but you.
Turning around.
Oh no, it technically turned on his last turn as he attacked it. Although, by stepping to there, do you not put it at all, or were it in your hex when it's at sea?
No,
It's in your
it goes
hex.
half into your hex. You had it basically right.
So I think you could attack at its arse without having to take a change of your weapon maneuver.
Okay.
But you'd have to target the rear legs only.
So I can target the real, but I'm going to be rolling at a 9 anyway. Yeah, okay, why not?
But
Why are you
then you
moving
need
at
to
a
move its token when he leaves C as well.
Oh, back to there.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Because
yeah,
then
you
the
can
move-
step back and attack it.
Yeah, but that's a move and attack, right?
No.
No? Oh, okay.
If you'd
You can do
moved
a lot
with
with a
your
step.
weight maneuver, then no.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so long
Okay.
as you're within.
Okay.
Because
And
you're not spending the movement points and turning around anymore because you did that
Yeah.
previously.
Yep.
and size, and I still get the +1 from Katya? Or is that only once?
Only once.
Okay, so it's at a -1, and I can only hit the back legs, or do I have to target the back legs?
You'd have to target the back legs. Oh no, I
That's
think you can hit the whole thing if you step back. Yeah, because
Okay.
as you left C range, it went back into its hex and you went. Well, you.
Got it. We're gonna try a thrust for center mass.
But you should be there. Potential hit. It's going to try and dodge and jump back from this one, which it succeeds. Adalga.
So I think this is a legal maneuver. Extra effort, heroic charge, determined strong.
Maybe it does cost double move to move on the ice unless you succeed at a DX check.
Okay, well let me try that DX check and then we'll see whether or not I can actually make it.
And also, yeah, what's your max move?
6, but I have a 1/2 weapon.
Okay.
Success?
Yeah,
Is there any penalty involved?
It's at -1, but you still succeed on the nose, so you make it across.
Cool. So -4 due to vision, but the determine knocks that out. Sorry, someone's talking. Just came in right when I was talking.
Oof.
Sorry.
No worries. Michael, what will you be doing? Oh no, go on.
So with the -1 due to size, but the +1 for voice of command, I think I'm just rolling straight here then. By spending
-4
more,
from darkness.
but determined. So
all out determined to cancel it out.
yeah, I'm going all out.
I think I might still prefer this to have to be a move and attack and versus a 9 overall.
You said heroic charge, spending 1 FP to.
Spending an FP. Never mind.
Yeah. So here, I'll do the move and then I'll do the roll. And
Yeah,
it's
I heard the
again.
word charge earlier and I didn't catch heroic, but looked at the list.
Yeah, it's heroic charge. Sorry, someone keeps on knocking on my door right now.
Who's that? Who's that knocking at your chamber door?
Hit, attempting a dodge, failed dodge.
Sorry, what was that? People keep on knocking on my door right now. I'm sorry.
Failed
It
dodge.
dodged. It failed the dodge.
It failed the dodge. Show us the damage.
And then strong turns it into an 11, and it's armor divisor 2.
Armor divisor 2. I did not spot that before.
Cost
Yeah,
a
'cause
lot
weren't
of
we not
money.
supposed to do armor divisors?
Were
Yeah,
we not?
yeah, that did get discussed. I'm pretty sure.
Where did you get it from?
Yeah, how did you?
One of the low tech books
Oh,
has
low
it.
tech. Yeah.
But specifically, like, what did you do to get it?
Yeah, like
So this would be a spear I forged myself.
But what did you do?
yeah, like what's the low tech page number of it?
Oh, sorry. Give me 1 second. Let me look.
Something like armor piercing.
My assumption here would be that you did the S-Stock option.
On page 1 second. I got it.
It's likely possible and plausible,
It's says it's. Second. Sorry. It's
but generally I
being
weren't into armor divisor in this game.
It's a low tech companion to weapons and warriors, page 12.
Yeah.
If that's what he did.
Yeah, that's what I did. I went through that.
Low tech companion 2.
It's plus 9 CF to base costs. Knock that out and retroactively like put the gold back on if you want.
Yeah. Making a snap decision. Yes, please.
I mean, you told me. Yeah, you told me no armor divisors.
Yeah,
specifically.
no armor divisor for now, so knock that off and feel free to spend it on something else by next session. Yeah, I did not spot that. You didn't have any equipment in your sheet before game.
Sorry. I thought I
You will have
mentioned
one
it
more
at some
damage, though.
point.
Then, if we're knocking
Yeah.
that off.
Truth.
So.
So 10
12
impaling, no. Wait, 12,
12
damage.
impaling.
Oh, right, okay.
Also
2 from
damage.
strong.
It's gonna cane it to shit, either way. But yeah, just...
Wait, what's the 12 damage?
Plus 2 from strong and then plus 1 because it's no longer armor divising.
if you go all out strong, you don't get the +4 for determined.
Can you not do determined strong? I thought I'd seen other people do it.
It's determined
No.
or strong.
Okay, then
Because-
it's just the determined then.
You can
Ignore
telegraph
They're
strong,
mutually
that might be
exclusive
one of-
because they give up your defenses.
See, but yeah, targets max HP, blah blah blah. Penetrating damage taken will be that much. This gonna hurt. This gonna hurt real bad. Hit location was torso, right? Or it's gonna be wild. Did you roll
Torso.
location yet?
It's going to be wild. How do I roll for location? Is that
Just 3d6.
3d6.
And it's a hexapod. Possibly the groin. I'm not even on the right book.
Jeez, Luke.
I'm sorry.
Can't be in the right
Hexapod
book.
11 is mid leg. You've hit a mid leg. Great. Where's that calculator gone?
9 to a mid leg? Ouch. That's gonna suck.
Yeah, but it's got extra legs.
Pain
Lot of
check.
them.
I think it makes it.
I think it makes it too. Crit. Crit. Already wounded with a severity -1 wound. Need to roll HT +1. Make it. You have crippled that leg, but it's not particularly, closer to dying from that.
Take it.
Cool. Sorry for the delay in that turn, Micah.
So now she's been right there for 2 attacks on these 2 melee attacks. You described when Peon attacked it that it sounded armored.
It did indeed when it was cut. However, on these pokey attacks, it's more like a fabric that you're seeing. Maybe it's got metal underneath.
Okay, so she doesn't even know about that then, because there's no way she caught that.
No, you'd have heard
Peon's
the clang
hitting
from
that.
behind, pretty much.
Okay, then move and attack.
Quick.
And posture change. To the vitals, because I'm already gonna probably miss anyways.
You cannot target a moving attack. I do not believe.
Pretty sure you just have to pay for the full penalty. This will put me below -9.
Oh, right, yeah, fair enough.
Oh wait, no, vitals -3. It puts me above it, so it's okay. Yeah, never mind. Yeah.
I'm not sure on that, honestly.
Miss.
Either ways. Katia.
Alright, I think she's going to stick with the barding thing. Attack the ones in front of you. Etho, circle around.
That's some good stick-to-itiveness.
And I'm going to use my macro, which I fixed, so it should be a larger number now.
We're one not enough. Holy shit.
That's a much larger number. Alright.
We might need to look at that number. Lol.
Yeah, that number was too large. Yeah, call that a +2 for now.
I'll take a +2 for now. I'm happy with a +2. Archie.
Archie.
I mean, it does look pretty critical.
Yeah, I guess just, stab it again. Just like last time. So this is... Wait. So I get a +5?
2. +2.
+2.
+2.
Under revision.
Okay.
I don't trust the number, whether it's accurate or not.
So this is at a -3 this time.
Holy shit.
Baller. And then here's the 1d6. So close.
No defense. Roll on the crit table, please.
Oh, right.
9 is almost definitely normal damage
Nothing.
only.
Yeah.
Normal damage only, but crits and no defense.
Back to conditional injury calculator. Penetrating damage taken is, in this instance, 7. Damage type is impalant, and it's to the torso, and it's normal, and no vulnerability.
Could you paste it afterwards? The
Yeah.
output?
Will do, sorry. Pain. Suck. Already wounded with severity 1 wound. HT to avoid knockdown and stunning. There might be more. HT to remain conscious. Severity 0 wound. So, to remain conscious, it's not knocked down and stunned. Move and dodge is still halved, still suffering No, now suffering terrible pain, up to a -6. It's not happy. And why am I constantly on the measure tool?
I don't know.
It's great for pointing at things.
Here it is. So this one is going to take an opportunity and spring forward and attack at Adalga. It's going to go for a bite. It's changing posture as it does so. So this is technically a move and attack. And it misses, unfortunately. This other one is gonna bite at your horse, I think, Archie, as it crawls forwards. Very slim chances, does not manage it. But it seems to be making some kind of last ditch effort anyway. This one up here is going to likewise yeah, move and attack. It would be going into C, I should point out. Etho.
Was that not a potential hit?
Oh, did I what? Against you? Did I not roll
Yeah.
against you?
I don't know.
Maybe I didn't.
I said, and I heard, and this one up here is going to move and attack,
Oh,
but
yeah, no, it missed. It missed.
Okay. Important information.
Yeah, it is. I'm sorry. One more is emerging. Likewise.
Where?
From
the giant?
giant still.
Okay. Alright. Cool. I think I can do this. I'll take a step and then go to a crouch for a spring attack next round.
Cool. Yeah.
Luke, I asked you to paste that because I think I introduced an error. I've fixed it now.
Okay. New version.
Same thing I did last time. Get it at a close and dab at it with my glaive.
Get it closer to me. Get it closer to me.
So please switch to the new one I just posted before you use it again.
Yep. I'm just getting on that now.
Oh, that's a pretty decent looking hit.
Oh, need to resize the window. Need to resize the window. Okay, sorry about that. You were potentially hitting it, so you stepped back again, I'm assuming.
Yep.
Can you evidence this, please? It manages to dodge and retreat. Adalga.
Note
Did
that
it
it
just
closed into
retreat
C with
too?
you.
So, would taking a single step back get me out of C, but also let me not take move and attack penalties?
Because you'd be stepping back onto like the icy bits, you would be costing you double move to do so.
Not quite,
Not
because
quite.
like the way it handles
A step.
tile overlap with C.
So does that also mean that Pian shouldn't really be able to attack?
Luke?
Yep.
What?
Peon? You skipped me. Oh, wait, never mind. You did. Sorry. My brain malfunctioned. I was about to ask, did it step back too
No.
in that retreat?
Colin
Okay.
stepped back one and it steps back one.
Luke, the reason
Okay.
I think this is because if you exit C with it, you're supposed to put its token back to the hex sits in,
Okay.
centered in the hex. So therefore, if they take a step out of C, I feel that's not enough to push them all the way back.
Oh, taking a step merely pushes them back to their hex.
Out of C, because putting them in your hex is a bit of a compromise,
Got it. I agree.
I feel.
Let's take this route for now, and I will carefully peruse tactical combat, C range stuff later.
Alright. No fancy modifiers this time, other than that +2, -4 for vision, so a total of -3. Just aimed at the torso. Not aimed, but just general hit. And I missed.
Mias, Micah.
Micah will go ahead and hit this one. Right next to her. Hexapod vitals are -3. Is it facing away from her? It's hard to tell.
It's facing towards you right now. Well, into this hex that's in between you and Adalga.
Okay, I'll drop vitals. Just torso.
Potential hit. Going to attempt was just a dodge that it failed. Missed vitals. Damage, please. Oh dear.
Minimum 1.
Does not pass through DR, unfortunately. Just pokes against its belly flesh. Well, not even belly flesh, side flesh. Catch ya.
Keep murdering assholes, and she's going to attempt to line up a trample.
Ooh. I'll allow that one for sure.
Yeah, I modified it back to what it was for that first roll. I think that's more fair.
Even if it's wrong, we'll have to look into it.
Mm-hmm.
For now, at least, anyway. Radio. And can you give me a ride in, please?
Sure thing.
Just because the horse is still generally a little bit spooked. Oh, wow, yeah. Barely need it, though. I will bear that in mind. I didn't catch it last time.
No worries.
Archie.
Okay. Archie's just gonna twist the horse around a little bit and
That's a good point.
I guess stab it again.
Once again, ride in to get the horse twisted, because you kind of stood over a giant right now.
That's absolutely reasonable.
And the horse is really not happy about the things in front of it, but it's somehow holding on. That's a great roll.
Archie's a good rider, so you know
Yep.
he's got control of this horse.
And you're attacking at the new one.
But it's definitely no. He's gonna take the one.
The one that's weakened.
Yeah. And this is at This is at a -4 this time.
Hit. It's gonna have a real tough dodging. It does not dodge.
Ooh, terrible roll.
5 impaling just to the torso, did you say?
Just to the torso. Oh, you know what? I forgot to roll something though.
Yeah, you did. You might manage to hit something important. Oh, you came close to something important. Max HP is this. This. Imp. Torse. Norm. No special vulnerability. Pain. I did it again. Just type in suck into the ether. already wounded, severity 0. HT plus 3 to avoid injury worsening. Easy success. That's an interesting result. It's now at a minor wound. So I think it just remains at what it were at, which is incredible pain and half move and dodge.
You post the output.
Yeah. Bug testing. That's after saying it had a 0 severity wound. Juvenile's turn. That one. Mad attempt to bite the horse still.
Incorrect, sorry. I got the logic backwards in my fix. Make an HT roll.
Success by 5.
Injury does not worsen. Another fix in a moment. I just got
No worries.
greater than worse than backwards.
You're already doing a way better job than I ever could. Gonna be 1 versus a Dalga. This one's gonna actually move and change posture kind of away from everyone. I don't know why I'm spinning it around wildly. It is generally facing you, it seems. And into C with Micah now, while she codes. Going for a bite and potentially hitting.
Okay. Well, it stepped in, but going for a bite, so I'll just step, dodge and retreat.
Quite.
Sorry, parry and retreat.
Parry and retreat.
Don't use your mouth to attack, motherfucker. Alright, actually you just move it back into its square we decided for this game.
Oh yeah, boink.
I do see the other way making more sense now, though.
Easy success.
I believe I make an attack roll now. Because that's its mouth.
Yep. Yep. Just weapon skill is the rule. I'm not sure if parries are supposed to be modified by the size of the thing you're parrying.
No.
No, okay. Yep, you can attempt to damage the mouth.
Is this thrust or swing?
I think it's probably thrust. 2 impaling. Just kind of clangs in its teeth. I've skipped the one that's up here, which will move and attack Etho this time. Failing horribly. Pian. Oh shit, I've lined you up.
No, it's me. You did the thing.
Have I done the thing this time?
Yeah, you did do the thing.
I did do the
My
thing
turn.
this time. It's Etho, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Alright. What, and we're on a what, +1 this round from her Katya's thing? Alright, and it's a -1, so it evens out.
Yep. No size penalty.
I am...
-4 for darkness.
-4? Okay. Then I'm just gonna do a normal spring attack.
Potential success. It's going to go for a dodge and retreat, which it succeeds on the nose. Whew. A Dalga.
No, you did the thing again.
I did the thing again.
Just stay away from that turn order button for a minute.
Yep. I'm not even on the same screen. Pian.
We're gonna do a move and another thrust attack
What?
because it's been working so well so far.
Are you at reach 1 or reach C? Reach
One.
2 even. 1. Okay.
One, because I'd have to spend a ready maneuver to switch my grip to a
I
negative.
thought you'd started at reach 2, but you clearly started at reach 1. I'd been moving you around a bit weird, I think.
What?
I thought you'd been at reach 2 earlier. I was sure you'd been at reach 2 and I'd not seen you take a ready maneuver to change it.
Oh yeah, no, we've been at reach 1,
Okay.
and I'm moving back to reach 1.
Well, you still in. Yeah. I meant,
Okay.
for your weapon in your hand.
Yes, I'm in a reach 1 grip.
Mm-hmm.
And I miss again.
I've done it again. Adalga.
You have.
Which CD?
At least the next time he does it, he's gonna be on seconds.
So I don't think I'm gonna go for anything fancy here. Voice of command is off, right?
No, it's +1 this round.
It's +1.
Yeah,
Mhm.
still +1 this round.
Okay, so it's gonna be -4 then due to vision.
The fresh one, the non-injured one.
Yeah.
Micah. Wait, I didn't even look at the roll. Missed. Micah. I think I did look at the roll.
Okay. So there's the +1 again, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's just go torso again. No, let's faint.
Okay.
Actually, not faint, but ruse, which is the IQ based one.
Okay.
Do I get a bonus from that voice thing?
Yeah.
And I put all the info you need in the attack notes.
And you succeeded by 6.
Cool.
Cool. Gotcha.
Katya is going to do a ride-by attempt to trample this thing, and encourage the people at the top to keep whacking at that guy. I think she's out of range at this point of the people at the bottom.
Are you gonna, run through them?
I mean, around.
Okay. Yeah, you can easily do that.
Hey, actually hit, or potentially hits.
Holy
It's
snap.
allowed to dodge, but not parry.
It's going to attempt to dodge. It can't actually dodge and retreat because it already used its retreat, right? This is Etho.
Yes.
And it fails its dodge.
Well, that's potentially 14 crushing damage.
But 14 minus 6 is 8. But it needs its HP first. Crushing.
And there's actually no voice this turn. She says encouraging words, but it takes a concentration action to do that.
Target is normal. No vulnerability. Pain check, which is a success. Not wounded. Severity -2 wound. HT to avoid knockdown and stunning, which it succeeds. Moderate pain. -2 to DX IQ. I don't know if you would like the output in chat as well, but there it is for now.
I realize they're small enough that I can actually do that.
But
Can't do that to regular people.
but you could do it to -1 size things. That's an oversight that these things are going to wish. I needed to note its wound severity as well as the pain penalty. There we go. Archie. Sorry, we'll get faster at this as we get along. I'm sure.
Oh yeah. No, I think we're working out some bugs. Archie and Horse will move forward. We'll go ahead and roll that.
Horse
Still
like
not enough.
steps into frozen dead giant body.
Yeah, it's gross.
That's a good point.
And we're gonna change targets to the one south of Archie. This is a total of a -5. Torso again.
Potential hit going for a dodge and retreat. Bad footing because it's over the giant, but it still makes it on the nose. Barely manages to dodge your thing as it scrambles backwards from you, and then it's immediately gonna come back in and try and bite your horse, I think. Just nip at its general belly region. Yeah. What size modifier is the horse? 3?
+1.
Plus what?
One.
What am I on about? 3 off my head. So I've got a +2 to this. World's biggest horse.
That would be the goat horse.
Yep. Potential hit against your horse. Now, does the horse go dodge? Do you get a riding dodge? You can probably parry.
I
yeah.
think there is
I'll
a thing
parry
called a
that.
riding dodge, but yeah, also parries.
I'll parry that.
Get your teeth away from our pony's belly.
Mm-hmm.
The horse does have a dodge, but your parry is probably much better.
I'll say
Oh,
you're
for
generally
sure.
quicker witted than the horse to get him with a parry before he has a chance to think about dodging. Successful parry. Roll weapon skill to potentially inflict thrust damage on its face. Broadsword. Roll thrust. Cut or impaling. Holy shit. Yeah, owie. 6 impaling damage to the face. I'm a normie. No vulnerability. Rolling to succeed against pain. Always gonna succeed with ease. Monstorps in particular. Not wounded. -3 wound. Only a minor wound. What?
I stabbed him in the cheek.
Have
Didn't
I,
do anything important.
is that right?
What was the location, sir? Oh, face.
Face. But face
Um,
impaling might not do too much.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. So you just poke through a cheek.
Probably lots of shock, but not a lot of actual lasting damage.
Mm-hmm. Koi. Kind of makes sense. -1 and -3. With the first number being the severity, the second number being... No, other way around. First number pain, second number severity. And that matches with the others I've got because they're even. And one of them's not even got a severity in, which is at 0 right now. It's their turn. That one nipped at you. This one just had a nip at Micah. May as well also have a nip at... No, you know what? It's going to do this. It's going to step back and enter the same hex as its injured friend. And it's going to kind of like rear its head back and open. And it tries to spit at you, Micah. Let's see. It was going for your face. And it misses. Like a stream of spit sails past your face just to the left.
It didn't know the magic word. Ha ha ha. It didn't know the magic word.
Oh my god.
Meanwhile, this one back here is going to... Let's go for a claw attack at Pian this time. That's potentially a hit.
Did he move into C with me, or is it 1?
He's moved into C.
Okay, then oh no, I'm just gonna do a dodge and retreat.
Success. Plenty of success. Believe it is... there's a severely injured one here. Oh, that's... They still need to make consciousness checks every turn to do stuff when they're at these kind of levels, probably.
Should say.
Need to do more research. But yeah, so it's probably passed out for now.
It'll say
Oh, sorry. Alright, we're on the last one I had open and I closed it. Whoops.
the target must roll for 8 versus HG to remain conscious.
That was one of the things. But it didn't mention, is that every turn if it displays that? Or are you not certain?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. Thank you. So this one is indeed unconscious. Etho, I'm sorry about this. Pretty your turn.
Alright. It seems pretty messed up, right?
Not this one. This one's not been touched.
Not this one?
It got trampled.
Oh,
Okay.
it got trampled.
It get run over by a horse.
So it's a bit messed up, yeah. It definitely got shunted.
Now what's the minus for face again? I'm trying to remember. Is it 4, 3, or 4?
5.
5 normally on a hexapod. It is probably also 5. Yep.
And it's a minus 4 for night. Alright, I'm just gonna do a jab at its torso.
Great.
I'm not crouching anymore. Why am I still crouching? And we did not get any bonuses this round from you, right, Katya?
No.
Correct.
No bonus. Potential
Hit,
hit. This is its first dodge of the turn. It's a little bit of penalty, but it'll make that. Pian.
Same thing I've been doing, but I don't have but the regular -1 to it this time. Still. You know what? Screw it. We're going for the vitals.
I wonder if when you retreat out to sea range, they enter that hex.
That's what I thought it was.
Yeah. If that's what Lee thought it was, then that's what I'm going to
Well,
go
well, but I actually don't know that rule. That's a rule I've never looked up.
The speed
I think
of the
that is
caveat.
right, and I misinterpreted it later.
I was just guessing.
I looked it up previously when you mentioned technical grappling.
They got right on the nose for a thrust at the vitals.
Let's go for a dodge and retreat. That's what I saved it for. Yeah. Didn't even need it. I should have gone that way. Still had time. Still had my hand on it. Adalga. CD?
I
You
was
there?
muted on my headset. Sorry.
No worries.
The telegraph attack is a +4 to hit for a -2, or for a +2 to their dodge, right?
Yep.
Cool. Just making sure I was reading that right, because I didn't know what book it in, so I had to wiki it. Telegraph attack.
Telegraph's basic, I'm pretty sure.
Martial arts, actually. Turns out.
Basic.
Telegraph torso.
Yeah. Total -1 due to size, 13.
It manages to dodge and retreat. Free.
That's fine with me. I'll
Face change
still be able to
instead.
hit it from there next turn.
Micah.
Take a step. Freely switch to reach to grip because
Yes.
she's got that.
The Chad with the free grip change versus the Chud without.
So this is also telegraphed. It's at -6 to active defenses. This pushes it to -4. And I'm using that custom strong attack technique where I was treating it. It gets another +2, so it's at -2 defenses. And I get +2 damage.
Hold up there. You
This is
succeeded
vitals.
by 6. It actually succeeded by, or like 5, I think it were. So -1.
Oh, you said 6 last time.
I said success by 6 for what you got, but then I calculated it. It's in my head.
Oh,
Well, it rolled a 7 versus its brawling's normally 14. With its IQ difference at. Oh no, it didn't get a success by 5. It got a success by like 3. So -3.
oh, that really changes that then.
You wouldn't have known about it though until your attack.
I would have
comes
known the
out.
margin.
With a ruse, would you, until you make the attack? Because it's like trying to outsmart it and then it outsmarts you to a degree. I'm sure on a feint. But either way, the overall margin is -3.
And I'd like to drop the strength.
That's fine.
Okay, doesn't change the roll, so yeah, it's at defense at -3 then. Or -1 then, because, yeah.
Telegraphed. It used its retreat. Yep, you hit. The swan has not been injured yet. Oh, bad roll. Well, very average roll. Does not quite manage to pierce where you hit it. Give me a vision check. The underbelly is of slightly different scale density to the sort of outer bits.
Right, and I went vitals.
You went vitals. I am sorry. Calculating damage. 2 penetrating damage. Type is impaling. Location is vitals. Normal. No vulnerability. Pain. Success. No wound. -2. HT for knockdown and stunning. Success. Oh, no, it's at -5 due to hit location. Knocked down and stunned. Moderate pain. Severity -2. Boom.
You do get to know the result of your feint.
What about a ruse?
Read as a feint in all ways except which skills.
Fair enough. Gotcha.
Katya is going to circle the horse back around, and as she does so, she's going to get in range of everybody to uh, gain up on the ones that are up.
Another +1. It's not always going to round to a +1, is it?
No, it's generally +3 to +0.
Koi. Archie.
Shit, I just stabbed that one in the face. Let's stab it in the chest. Got a +1, so -4. Boom. Potential hit.
Even if you include darkness penalties, it does manage to dodge and retreat.
Darkness penalties were included.
Ah, cool.
And then the horse will move forward and turn him
Stupid.
around.
Mentally capable horse.
I mean, you can steer him with your legs.
That's quite.
It takes a move action to control it, so you use a move action to do so.
That's quite a tight maneuver. So yeah, that'd be a move to do that.
Oh, for the horse?
Yeah.
Okay.
If you want to end up facing that way.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you'd be kind of just taking a step away from it. Facing this way still.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Otherwise, it would have been a move and attack.
I see what you're saying. Okay, so I was there. Move there. I guess technically it would put me like this.
Cool. Cool. Alright.
Sorry, have not done a lot of mounted combat, so.
That's alright. Yeah, no, this is strange and awkward. He's going to step in and bite at your horse. And it succeeds. And your horse doesn't see it coming. And likewise, it's behind you, so I believe it bites your horse.
Shit.
On a leg. Riding and draft animals. Pitford pony. Cavalry. It's got 26 HP. Penetration damage taken.
It's just a horse, so no DR.
Oh, you need to put it in square brackets, you absolute nerd. And I accidentally doubled the number of d6. Only 4 damage.
So 22 HP.
Rolling for pain. Succeeding on the nose.
Oh, right, I forgot.
Minor wound, no significant pain. Etho. Nope, not quite yet. 1 or 2 more attacks still. This one got knocked down and stunned. It's rolling to recover from that. It regains awareness. That one's unconscious. This one is gonna now go for a bite at Etho. Step and then go into C. I believe this will have to be a moving attack, which it succeeds at. Potentially hitting Etho. And this is a strike
I
with
will
a
do a
front claw,
parry.
not a bite.
I'll still do a parry.
Go ahead.
I make it.
You make it.
Do I do damage for that? I can't remember.
Sorry, you need to roll weapon skill, and then on a success you can deal damage.
Okay. Combat. Melee. And parry is thrust or swing? I can't remember.
Thrust.
And with a -5. Also.
-5.
Oh, it'd only be -4 because
No, it's damage.
it's darkness.
It's just
So
damage.
straight up.
Oh,
0?
straight up. Yeah, just straight up the weapon skill. Because you've already parried it. So yeah, I see. We are 20. There's barely any point rolling.
Yeah. And thrust damage. Let's do this.
6 cutting actually does not get through its DR. You hear the clang again.
Damn it. Asshole. But now it's my turn.
Now it's your turn.
Alright. Let's see if I can hit this. I'm going to do an eye rake on it.
It's not got any
This is at a
eyes.
-9. Oh, it doesn't?
It does not have any eyes.
Oh, well, then I will not do an eye rake on it because it doesn't have any eyes. Fuck.
Vision. At the -4.
Well, you know what? I'm gonna still, like, do it, but, like, just do a regular face attack then.
Okay.
So, minus a total of -9. And everything's said and done. It's a hit. The
Wow.
face.
Oh, makes its dodge.
Damn it! I cannot. I have. Ah!
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Okay.
PM.
Spend some time. I can't grab my thing because of the way the map loops. There.
Would it be okay if we shifted that top battle down like 2 squares? Just for grabbing token's sake?
Yeah, I agree. If other people are fine with that.
Please.
Absolutely.
I can't even grab all here at the same time. Is that right? I wanted to move all here at the
Yes,
same time,
that's
really.
right. This is the same position.
Were you
Okay.
taking a full move to flank it?
Yep.
Quite.
Try and dodge her deep now, bitch.
No attack, just the move.
I mean, now that you say it, I probably should take the attempt
Yeah.
at 9.
You're at
So
a
this is a run around
-2 to
attack?
attack into close combat as well.
Is that on top of the max of 9? Because otherwise, it would...
Yeah, it can go lower than 9. It just can't be higher than 9.
Okay, well then it's still a 9.
Wow.
Except that was supposed to be a thrust.
Yeah, that hits. You're in its blind spot.
Hey, look at that! I actually might deal some damage.
Yeah, you do. Max HP is 14. Penetration damage taken is 2. Impaling to the torso. Roll 1d6. Oh no, it would. A moving attack. Roll 3d6. That's a mid-leg, right?
I believe
Yes.
so.
Yeah,
So
so
we rolled that
probably
earlier.
not gonna do much. Pain check. Always with the pain checks. Already wounded with a -2 wound. HT +5. Barely worth making. Minor wound, no significant pain. You poke its leg, but it does bleed from it at least. You know, a little bit. Adalga. That one up there's wily.
Okay. So, voice command gives a +1, +4 telegraph attack. I'm going to do strong, so I'm going to give up my active defense.
Koi.
So I think I just get this straight up, because the -5 from size and vision are getting negated by telegraph and voice command.
That's right.
Yeah. Maybe actually at a +1 because you're close enough to Archie's left-handed lantern, I'd say.
Cool. Versus 15.
Hits, it's laid down, it can't retreat, and it's at a -4, and you hit.
So 8 damage due to strong.
8 damage due to strong. Location torso.
Yeah.
Roll
'cause they
1d6,
didn't specify.
please. Oh, to
What?
the vitals.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that's dead.
Almost definitely. Hit location is vitals. Normal. No vulnerability. Making the pain check because I have to. It tells me to. It'd be lovely if you could add a 3d6 into it for like just the pain at least. That would be gorgeous. I'm sorry to ask. Already wounded, -2. Severity 0. HT to remain conscious first. Success HT to avoid knockdown and stunning at -5 due to location, which it fails at. Move and dodge halved. -6 to DX IQ. Skill self-control, etc. 0 severity.
What was its previous wound?
Previous was a -2.
Okay, yep.
Things are working as intended?
Yep.
Lovely.
You don't need to check if it made the old wound worse because the new wound is worse.
Micah?
This one bit at the horse. Did it just do a regular attack?
Yes. Just regular.
Okay, Micah will try to go for the vitals.
Koi. Ooh. Catch ya.
Katya is not going to trample Etho, because she's in close combat with that thing. But she is going to give words of encouragement to the people up top. Flanking's a great idea. Keep it up. Womp womp.
Words like she's gonna get flanked.
Still got a 14. I feel like that should still be a +1, like maybe minimum +1 on this, unless you actually fail on your roll.
Sure.
Because that was probably rounding a bit too low. So yeah, still a +1. Archie?
We'll talk during the week and figure it out.
Yeah, we'll figure this out.
Archie
New.
is muted.
Look at him go. Fucking drifting that horse.
That horse is super motivated to get away from that other one.
Yeah, that horse was fully on board with your decision until you started turning around. But it still went with it. Although,
and I'm sure you want this.
yeah, it skids a bit, but it manages.
I don't believe it can do that.
Oh no, probably not, because
it has an enhanced move, but you need acceleration to reach your maximum enhanced move speed.
Yeah, because you didn't move your full
It's
move.
got a
last
move of
turn.
9. It moved a 9.
Base move of 9.
Base move of 9. Oh no, base move of 8.
Yeah, they're not
Which one
quite
is
that
this?
fast. Pitford Pony Cavalry.
Yeah,
Cavalry horse, 459.
this is an improved one,
Okay.
but it might be a bit too much improved. But I'm happy with that for now.
No, it's like base move is 8.
I'm seeing 5. Oh, move 8, speed 5. Never mind.
Okay, so never mind. Might be good. But yeah.
No, that's good.
You attacked it. Moved C. This will have to be a move and attack. Or, in fact... Oh... Is that just preemptive or...
Preemptively. Yeah, preemptively
Okay.
retreating.
Potentially hitting.
Fight?
Yeah. Successful parry.
Just rolling my attack is more convenient.
Yep. Quite. This one needed to roll HT to remain conscious, so presumably continues to need to do so. Shuffles backwards, changes posture. It probably can't actually do that. One up here started to not like its chances so much. Jump. Nope, it's in close combat with Etho, so it makes sense to continue to try and get Etho. And in fact, he's going to try and spit on you, Etho. Blech. That's a fail. Miss due to being wounded. And it's your turn.
I'm gonna spit on him and then claw. At the what's the minus vital for vitals again?
Minus
3
3.
for
Three.
Hexapod.
3. Alright,
If you're in the melee's tab, if you hit defense, it has them all right there.
Oh, that's right. Actually, there's no chink in armor in this thing, right? I assume.
There's no what? Sorry.
Chink in armor on this thing.
No, not particularly. But give me a vision check. Success by 4. Yeah, the belly scales aiming for vitals is a you think probably a different level of hardness. The belly scales are very different to the body scales.
Then I will do a vitals check. Or vital attack on the vitals. So melee. And we got a +1 this turn, right?
Correct.
Okay. So was it size modifier and it's a minus? It's a -4. Oh, -8 because of the light.
Potentially hitting. Holy shit.
Yes.
You might go to the crit success table. Oh, I just closed my tab.
Wah wah.
Fuck.
Honestly, I feel like if that's not actually a rule, I would be down to house rule that.
Must reopen PDF.
8 damage.
Eight damage, cutting to the vitals.
Vitals.
I don't think you can do cutting damage to the vitals.
Yeah, maybe not.
It's
If there's
fine as
belly
long-
here, then it's...
underbelly. I just wanted his lesser armor.
11. That's a success, by the way. Already wounded at a -2. Severity 1. Ooh.
is higher worse?
And
Yeah. HT to
Then-
remain conscious, that's on the nose. Knockdown and stunning, success. No, it's at -5. Although that'd be a vitals effect. Terrible pain. -6.
all right, and then I take my step maneuver to break melee so someone can get trampled. And that's me.
Pian.
Drop the glaive and ready the lasso from my belt.
Okay. Adalga. You can take a step as you do that as well.
Nah.
Nah. CD, you
Yeah.
might be muted. Nope. Go on.
I was just waiting for you to stop. Changing combat facing. Does that require step?
You can do it if you take a step. You can enter that hex in any direction facing you want. Otherwise, it costs you step if you want to stay in the same hex and change facing.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
And then after that, it costs 1 move to change 1 direction.
What is the voice of command bonus this turn if it was applied? +0?
Only in the top section, anyways.
Yeah, you don't get it down here. Because Katya's not looking.
She's only so loud.
Oh, okay then. Telegraph. Archie's too far, I think, for the lantern to work at this point. I'm not seeing it. Or would lantern work?
No, too far. -4 for darkness.
Okay, got it. So just -1 then after everything. Again, this guy right here.
Yeah, if you're telegraphing.
Yeah, telegraph.
And wait. -4 for darkness, -1 for size, -5, +4, -1 overall. Yep. Potential hit. Already a little bit injured. Bad footing. You hit. Holy snap, this guy's strong. Strong blacksmith.
Makes sense.
It does. I would not want to get poked with a spear by a blacksmith, to be fair. But if I were the king, I wouldn't want my best blacksmith, like, straight up fighting these things. This would to the torso, right?
Yeah.
Roll a d6, please. To the vitals again. This thing's gotta be dead. The pain roll. Oh, it failed. This is gonna hurt if it don't kill it.
It'll probably be incapacitated if it survives.
Severity 2. HT +0 for death. It survives. But HT for consciousness -2. It succeeds, unfortunately for it. HT -5, it fails, it's knocked down and stunned. Move and dodge at halved, and it's suffering agony. It can do nothing but moan and scream.
I was right.
Nice. So yeah, that thing's out of here. When it wakes up, just gonna click for help. Micah.
All 3 are pretty much incapacitated, right? Or at least the one that isn't unconscious doesn't look like it has a heart for the fight, right?
Correct.
Okay. I think I will turn around and look across the river stream.
All cinematically. Catch ya.
She'll try that trample and then whirl around. Nope, doesn't actually connect this time.
That's a shame. Archie.
Well, I'm kind of stuck. That's not what I wanted to do at all. Archie's kind of stuck and committed, so we're gonna, like, run. Archie wants to, like, run right past it.
See if your horse can. Ah, stupid
then-
sturdy horse. I like this red bit you've got.
Yeah, I don't want it.
Burgundy.
There we go. Thank you.
Why you gotta make colours more complicated than like the ones I can see?
And I guess since I was committed to it anyway, we might as well. So Archie wants to ride past it, and he's gonna go all out, determined on a next slash. So -2, -3, and then -4 for the speed. So -6 plus 4 is -2.
That's a potential hit. That's a hit. It were already at massive penalties. That's a crit fail really on the dodge. 11 cut into the neck.
12 cutting to the neck.
12 cut into the neck. Becomes
+1 for the like ride by attack.
Gotcha. Lots of DR versus cutting, thankfully. No, I did it wrong. Is there a way to reset quickly other than closing and reopening?
Type normal mode.
Normal mode. Oh, that wasn't a number. Please try again.
Okay, and that's weird. I'll check that. Enter a number, then when you get to a word one, type normal mode.
Damage type not found. I'm just gonna blast through it with anything. Okay, max HP is this, penetrating damage is this, cutting, neck, normal, no vulnerability. Nah, that thing got funked, right? Already had a poke. Failed its knockdown and stun, I'm pretty sure. Pain. Succeed. Always succeed.
You should have said, I should have said normal, not regular. Or regular, not normal.
Okay. Target is already wounded with...
Did that penetrating damage take into account the ×2 for neck?
It will do.
Oh,
when
damn.
it gets to it. The conditional injury accounts for the neck. Okay, it needs to roll HT +1 for its injury to worsen, which it succeeds at, just barely. So you don't take the head off, but you do a deep gouge, and it will lose consciousness, we'll say. Because, yeah, that's what it's going to do on its turn anyway, probably. Up here, meanwhile, this thing is... Oh, catches right there. I need to make a couple... Oh, it failed that, though. So it's gonna go all out strong versus Etho. Success. You're at a -1 to your defense.
I am going to frantic or whatever the fuck it's called. For the +2. And you know what? I'll make this
Feverish.
Feverish. Alright.
Feverish.
Feverish acrobatic.
Cool.
Nice.
But I kind of like frantic a little more.
Alright, and then it's a +2 from acrobatic and 1 from feverish or 2?
2.
1 FP for
So
a +2.
+4 together. Okay. Probably gonna be absolutely fine, but you know. Yep.
Yeah, no problem. Backflip away in the snow.
Yep.
Your turn.
All right. I'm gonna step up and. Oh wait, no, I can't with the getting too close.
Ooh, you know what?
Um.
This thing's in so much pain that it might have not even made that attack against you in the first place. Yeah, it wouldn't have.
So I didn't need to do that. So I'm still here.
You didn't need to dodge. You can still be in C.
Okay. I wasn't. Oh yeah. Well, anyway, I'm in C now, and I want to go for its belly again.
Quite.
And there was no plus this turn from Kati, right? Because she did the thing.
Correct.
Okay. So minus total of 9 this time, I think. Yeah, -9.
Attempting to dodge a retreat out of C. Failing.
Only 7 this time.
Calculating. Pain. Fail. Already wounded with a severity 1 wound. HT -1 for the wound to worsen. Success. It also would have needed to roll HT to remain conscious on the last turn. It's knocked down and stunned.
That's
Pian.
me.
Well, it kind of changes what I was planning on doing, so hold on.
Oh yeah, you had a lasso.
Flip it over and tie its feet all together.
Yeah, actually, let's roll grapple with wrestling against a leg, which I think is -2.
It's -3, but it gets halved for a grapple, so it changes to -2, and you actually get your size modifier difference as a bonus rather than a penalty.
Ooh, so it's
-2 for hexapod leg.
-2, so it changes to a -1.
Oh, so flat. How about that?
Yeah. Flat to grab one of this thing's legs. That makes sense to me. It should be easy to grab a 6-legged dog's leg.
Didn't it? Okay. Oof.
And yeah, it does get to attempt to dodge, but it needs a 3, but it doesn't get that.
Okay.
Actually, I
and
think it needed less
then-
than 3.
Let me just read something real quick. I'm sorry.
I think it's your turn to grab it,
Okay.
but you've got its leg, and it's a.
That was a. I should have rolled a different skill.
Oh, okay.
That's fine. I've got its leg.
Adalga. I think everything over there is unconscious, at least, on the ground, twitching.
I'll just continue watching them to make sure they don't get back up.
Alrighty, Micah?
No.
Watching.
No?
I was right.
Did you roll a technique?
Yeah, so on a turn after I successfully grapple or parry, I can roll a contest of binding.
On the turn after.
On a turn where?
What?
On your turn, after a successful
Is there a comma?
on your turn after a successful grapple or parry, no comma.
Yeah, so I think You have to make a successful grapple or parry, and then on the turn after that.
And then on the turn after, yeah. I'm sorry.
It's okay. Mike is just watching, did you say?
Yeah.
Catcher.
Same.
Archie.
I mean, just running the horse.
Clippity cloppity.
Wow, did not.
Where'd Archie go? Oh, there he is. Juveniles. Yeah, you know what? I think we could just end combat for now. At this point. Sorry, I went a bit brain dead for a second there. I didn't realise that they were all down over here. So yeah, they are currently down. They don't seem to be bleeding as significantly as they should be, though. Maybe. Sorry. No, wait. Ignore me. Go on.
Well, Eon's gonna bind this one up.
Right.
Yeah, great job.
Binding.
So it looks like these things eat giants.
I
And
would
horse ass,
suspect
too,
they
by the
eat
looks of it.
anything. Stab, 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 stab.
Well,
It does let out scars as you stab it to death.
It does die though, right?
It does die. The
Okay.
others are bleeding at first, but Micah, by the time you're stepping in and looking over him, the bleeding's stopped on its own, despite
Moving on.
quite big
Moving on
wounds.
to this other one. Stab, stab, stab.
if we can bring one back, that might actually be good. I'm going to go collect the horses, though.
Leave this one, Archie.
Okay. Archie will actually bring the horse up and offer a place to like load it up. He's even got a rope. We can hog tie it.
Oh, actually, that one weren't as wounded as I thought. It was just stunned, I think. So it would have started twitching quite soon. But
Well,
you
up
would've-
here, I think we're already hog tying one.
you know what?
Yeah.
No, yeah, it would start twitching and like scramble and turn to try and stand up, Micah, as you approach it.
You'll let it run off.
It doesn't move very fast at first, but then it does pick up speed to around about 6. Archie, are you chasing after it?
Yeah.
Just give me a DX check, please.
Stab.
You catch up with it, and then you can make a telegraphed attack at its back, and you'll make it lose consciousness,
Okay.
and then potentially life if you continue stabbing.
No, we'll grab our nice silk rope and start hog tying it.
Okay. Have you got binding?
No.
Not tying?
Some kind of oversight.
Yeah, it is.
I think not tying defaults to climbing.
Almost definitely.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll just do this and see what happens.
Going to do
Climbing
now?
success by 2.
It's -4.
Yeah, I thought so.
You
Well,
guys
maybe
tie
he'll
it up,
roll
you
a.
just like get frustrated and stab it.
Wait, what's he trying to do specifically right now?
Tie it up.
I'm just trying to like hog tie it.
Okay,
So
here's a rope.
Using rope, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
3/4 inch
Mike
rope.
will walk over. Wait, why is
Mike is walking over to
Colin
Archie.
answering?
2 people are tying up creatures at the same time.
I could tie that for you.
that'd be great. I still don't really know my way around a rope.
And then it's got to make a quick contest of escape versus or not tying skill.
Who needs a rope when you could just plummet to your death like you should have done a while ago? You old bastard, says a voice in your head, Archie. These things will probably eat us yet.
Yeah, I
So
get that. I
We've got that
get
to look forward
that.
to. I reckon these are just babies, by the way. It's probably a mummy nearby. I reckon these made that hole in him.
Well, I didn't want to think about that.
Maybe it's
But
back at
yes,
camp.
I've considered that.
Maybe these were just a lure.
Oh my god. Damn it.
Archie's talking to himself while you tie that
All right.
creature up. Like
Everybody, we do have to get back to camp like lickety split. Let's go get the
You
horses.
don't tell me what
We
to
haven't found the
do.
scout.
Look, you think that these things put that hole in this giant? No, there's something much bigger out here.
Archie's also is like shouting because there's just a voice laughing in your head, Archie. Like smugly laughing.
We should go. Like, maybe it's back at the camp, or maybe worse, it's here.
I do a quick little search of the giant's pockets to see whether or not it's got any of that strange metal on it.
The
They're
giant's
arguing.
mostly nude, but you wonder if the metal that the giants were referring to might be the scale of these creatures. Because definitely it's soft to the touch and feels like it should be cuttable, but then when it's impacted it hardens up to like a metal.
Oh. Try to carry one of these corpses. I think these things' scales are the metal the giants are talking about.
I think Keon's off in the woods chopping some branches to make a travois to carry the 2 live ones we have.
I am currently sitting over the live one with my claws at his neck. If it starts to break out, I'm just gonna murderate it.
It's remaining pretty still at the minute and it's gone very quiet, but it's clearly conscious and alive.
If
Archie's
it tries some shit, I'm gonna murderate it, and out of spitting range too.
Archie's screaming about going back to camp while Adalga throws a dead thing on his horse.
My horse ran away. I'm throwing it on somebody's horse, though.
Kasha is getting hoarse. Go back when Kasha comes back.
Oh, Katya, did you say you were rounding up horses?
Yeah, Kacha's getting horses.
Yeah, they probably weren't too far away. Pian, what were you attempting?
To make a travois.
What?
It's not very good. A thing to
Travois, sort of like a cart.
Okay,
except it drags instead of.
on skids.
It's a sled.
Yeah, you can
Kinda,
see that
yeah.
you've not got what you need to make one of those
No.
around.
No, that's not how you put it together. You gotta do this up here.
Meanwhile,
Thank you. This wood is a lot more solid than what I'm used to.
yeah,
Yeah, there you go.
I'll say Archie, there's like a couple of bits of wood making up the giant's pack. And Adalga, you did start looking through the giant's pockets for any kind of metal before you thought about the
Yeah.
skin there.
Yeah, I did.
And he does have a couple of things on him. He's got like a big old block of goat cheese that had not been touched, it seems. It's got. He's probably got a couple of big hunks of shiny metal. Just like a big heavy piece of iron, honestly. That's like flattened into a disc and polished up shiny on one side. Giant's trinket.
Just yoink that.
It's heavy. Weighs like 6 pounds or whatever.
That's still well within my lifting range before I even get out of non. Yeah.
No, I'm not worried about over encumbering it. Just it's heavy. Catcher, give me an animal handling.
Sure.
Oh wow, yeah. So
Yeah,
you
she
managed
does
to
it.
round him
She's very motivated to recover the horses, apparently.
up pretty quickly. While Archie and Pian, you lash together some things to drag these behind you on a horse.
Oh wow, I like how you do that. That's a clever way of attaching it.
Yeah, I mean, I may not know your trees very well, but I'm handy with a rope.
Yeah, I haven't. Yes, I know. I haven't really gotten that good with a rope up here myself.
Just like calming down, boring.
If you want to ride ahead, I think the two of us could probably get to the camp quicker, and then whoever's dragging the remains can take a little longer.
Yeah, that actually sounds like a good idea.
As Catch is walking back in with the horses, or do you just run over to one?
Hey guys, any sign of the scout yet?
No, they want to head back right now. I think we should continue at least a little longer.
They too worried about making that, and she like gestures with her head to the sled thingy.
3 lashed together bits of wood with
Yeah.
a body of, well, a wriggling creature on it, snapping at the
Yeah.
wood a bit.
Okay, well, I guess we should look around. We should get back quick, though.
Look, I'm gonna go for tracking.
Mm-hmm.
Nope.
It's a failure, but you had a crit success earlier, and though those tracks have now been long covered, you do recall that it looked like it'd been dragged across the frozen river.
Alright.
You saw his scuffle here with what were definitely these small creatures. You were probably approaching the dead giant when they ambushed him. And then something maybe, maybe as big as one of the horses, but with the same 7 fingers and 6 legs, dragged him off across the river.
I'm not gonna go too deep, but I'll at least go across the river. And then lose
Where are you
track
going?
with my failure. You dead, she's gonna say back.
You hear
Yeah, it looks quite dead.
a long, low moan.
Oh.
What the hell is that?
How's that? It's not coming from the giant. Give me hearing checks. It kind of echoes around this little bit of a dip that these ruins are in.
eating?
It's coming from, like, back behind some of these ruins.
I make it.
It's, yeah, back here. And then you hear a voice shouting out, "Help! Help me! Who's there?"
Again.
Well, they found the scout. What do you think, you peon? I think we should still go.
I think so too.
So, it's like all collapsed in there, but there's still a little bit of a roof. And then round the back, you will come across the guy. He's on his own. He is missing his right leg entirely. But he's been stuck to the wall with this weird, like, it's almost like bogies, is what it looks like. Like hardened snot. And you can see where it's moulded over his stump or a leg and pinned him with his face sideways stuck against the wall, not able to move. Etho. Watch out. Did you kill it? Did you kill them?
Not the big one. Not the big one.
His eyes are kind of like straining to look sideways with his head pinned flat against the wall. Can you chip me out of this?
Damn it, why do you have to be watching over my shoulders there? She can.
Give me just a weapon skill, please.
Me?
Yeah, if you're gonna start chipping him out. Oh no, you were saying
No, I
she
said
can.
she can.
Okay. And wow.
This
Michael.
guy is what race?
He's
Eldritch?
like Eldritch heritage, yeah. White
Yeah,
settlers.
no. She
Leave.
can.
And
And
Micah.
I'll
Luke,
Yes,
you've
you
referred to them as Etten folk elsewhere.
Etten folk, yeah, I liked that. The Etten folk.
no, they are the Kajo. Bit.
But you said Micah has success?
Yeah, success in cutting him away from the wall there. Like,
Alright, how much does he weigh?
here at the minute, with his armor on as well, a couple £100.
I need a hand here to get into my horse.
Catcher and Adalga are still sticking around. Or still around.
Smith,
I'm
could
over
you
an
help her
His
hour.
out?
weight would be way too much.
Sorry, I had something in my mouth. Yeah, I'll go over to help.
Good. Smith can probably carry him like a baby.
A couple £100? I
Yeah.
think that just puts me into medium load.
Yeah, you could just lift him up and carry him over.
Yeah, my one-handed lift is 194.
His leg does start bleeding as he comes away from the wall.
Could Micah put some of the cut off stuff over the leg?
Give me an IQ check. More to see if you could have had the foresight to try and not expose his leg. If you got first aid,
I
you
thought
can
that
stop the
myself
bleeding.
beforehand.
Oh, that's fair then. So, yeah, you stop the bleeding.
But yes, I do.
Yeah.
Kaja, we should go. There's gonna be a bigger one.
She nods.
Micah will oh, sorry.
No, go on, Mike.
She nods, but lingers, waiting
Oh.
for the others.
Grab him to the horse. She had with her bag. It has some straps.
Quite.
Now we can go.
Do you take all the dead ones?
I will take as many as I can fit onto the various horses.
That sounds like a
Need
yes.
lots of material.
Okay. You start making your way back to camp. Other guys, you're going to get there first. And indeed, it seems like some shit might have gone down. But it's over now.
That's not good.
There are, like, 4 dead people laid out as you come trotting back in.
Any incredibly metrosexual corpses?
No, it's the 3 of scouts and just one of the serving staff from Catch's convoy. Kneeling, kind of like catching a breath outside of camp, or just yeah, kneeling, maybe actually praying, is Samira. As you two ride back in, she looks up at you.
What happened?
Beast of old Keem.
6 legs? Spits acid or something?
It is told in old scripture. It was a legend. More
Not anymore.
make believe than dragon.
We came across a bunch too.
A bunch. How many?
Smaller ones.
3, 4.
So they didn't. And then there's a screech and a swoosh. And as you look up, you see just like flying up and over the camp and then away to the northwest is one of those creatures, except its central legs have rotated back, grown longer, and have got great wing flaps extending from them that it's now using to fly back towards Thanato.
Fascinating.
Well, if these things are driving the giants out, there must be a lot of them.
Or they keep getting bigger.
Or they
And
keep getting bigger.
I think it's about a good time to call it, unless anyone wants a final scene.
Katya is distraught over the death of Fredbert.
Not Fredbert.
Had to name him before they left the scene.
Yeah, I'd hand out dead servants. Yeah.
Can I roll a metallurgy or chemistry on the scales?
Let's have a look at that next time, or in between, because I'll forget stuff. But I figured we could do some downtime stuff, because I think I would like at least a little bit of a time skip between what just happened and the next session.
Sounds good.
But yeah. Otherwise, sorry, you were kind of asking for a scene there, weren't you?
That's fine. I can wait. You can wait.
But yeah, for stuff like that, I think let's look at that in between. Alright, cool.
So we go back, or we stay here, or we go talk, find giants. Gotcha.
Oh,
I think Luke was proposing that we wrap.
I was proposing that we wrap up the game here. But yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Also, as you guys are walking into camp, giants approach from the east. Peacefully, no weapons in hand. We are looking for our brethren. Have you seen Dougal?
Quite probably.
That'd be in
Are-
Giant, and Etho and someone else
Oh,
would be
right.
translating. But they'd be like, they're looking for Dougal.
I'll just
and
give a head thing up the direction we came. Dead creatures. Got him.
they nod. They see the dead ones that you're pulling. You see threat.
Hook a finger over at our horses where they're like two squirming around.
Yeah,
I
no,
haven't been translating yet, but
Oh, yeah.
I'll.
they look at those and just generally bellow it out. But aye, the meeting with the giants will occur, and yeah, I think
We'll do that next week.
maybe,
Or
we might try
not
and
do it.
skip. Maybe we'll flash back to it.
Okay.
We'll see. Who knows? We'll
It's
see.
just a bunch of diplomacy that we know how it goes.
Yeah, or we know how we planned on it going.
hmm
So it'd be weird
Yeah,
to aim to change it a bit, maybe. But yeah,
I don't think we need to aim to change it. I just want to
you just want to see it.
play. I want to see it.
Okay, so we might come back straight to this next time. Probably will, in fact. But yeah, I need to call it because I'm a bit knackered. But GG, everyone. I'm Luke. I
Yeah,
GM'd
good
it.
game.
We had Colin.
Hi, I'm Colin. I play peon. More
I'm
to
not going to
come.
make you fight things like this a lot, by the way, just as an aside. Not particularly at Colin, just at everyone. We had CD.
Hey, CD, I played out a Gear Smith. I stabbed a lot of things really good today.
Yeah, you did. MVP. Poker Supreme. We had Catcha. Lee.
Hi, I'm Lee, and I played Katya, and she's trying out the beta version of Voice of Command still
We'll see. We'll fix
to be
that.
bug tested.
Bug testing. Very rare advantage, I'm certain. We had Terra.
Hey, I'm Tara. I played Etho, who could not land a hit today, except for that last one. I guess one's all you need, though.
Yerp. We had Kyle.
Hey, I am Kyle. I played Archie, and I am discovering the joys of mounted combat.
Yes, indeedy. And we had
I
Emily.
will have to try it, Lance.
Yeah, Lance next time, maybe.
Hey, I'm Emily. I played Micah. She would much rather stab things with less DR.
Yeah, for the most part, you will be. These things, I just wanted to demonstrate, at least in some aspect, a scariness to them.
Introduce the big bad in the first game, and then don't deal with it until much later.
That sort of deal. I mean, yeah, you wouldn't have really stood a chance, I don't think, against just one of the adult ones. They're pretty horrifying. But yeah, we'll be back with this next Friday. There's probably going to be some spell jamming in between now and then, maybe.
Tis.
Tis.
No, it's not Spelljammer. It's
Oh, no.
oh, what did we decide we were gonna call it?
An adventuring company to be named.
The Atypical Adventuring Company.
There you go.
Very well.
Or just Atypical Adventuring Company.
But yep. Bye-bye, everybody.
Night.
Bye.
Night.